All right, let's do this. We're on YouTube now. Hey everybody, this is Jay Takashi. This is gonna be a random chill out session with me and my boy M. We're gonna be talking about various things. No Kim Kardashian talk. That's the only thing that's off limits. So I'm gonna post a link in the chat. If anybody wants to come in, they can come in. Please have some dignity to speak and say your mind. Hold on. Yeah, I'm sending a link right now. Don't worry. Hold on. Oh, shoot. There we go. All right. Copy and paste. That's one of my favorite songs. Copy and paste from the old high school days. Yeah. Should be able to see it now. All right. Yeah, while we're waiting on my boy Marcus to come in, I'm gonna say a few words, basically. So the future of my channel, of what I'm planning for, still in works. I've already reviewed what I said it's in works, but it's gonna be starting very soon because I already have an idea of what I want to do and what I'm planning for. So they're gonna be like key updates that I update guys on, or certain people on that I'm gonna be making collaborations with. I'm gonna be getting in contact with them for the most part, and then we're gonna be hitting up on some different types of anime, gaming aspects, IT aspects, certain topics that would or they're gonna pertain to the very subject of like what interests other people and how we can progress. But yeah, that's basically what I have planned, and I'm gonna start by letting one of my friends here, letting people into the chat now. So let's get the stream started.
What's up? Congratulations on your first StreamYard, man.
Thank you. And thank you for your help. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I was watching the.
Even have to admit I need help sometimes with some things.
No, that's fine. It's what keeps us humble and it keeps us learning. It takes wisdom,
Yep.
you know. And yeah, I was watching the tutorial video. It was like a 6-minute video, real quick, but it was trying to help because it taught me. I didn't know how to really do it before. I usually do things behind like wearing a mask and writing down stuff and reporting and journalism and stuff. So
No,
that's
no,
usually what I
that's
do.
cool. I mean, that's what I do
Yeah,
most of the time when I try to sorry about that, but trying to get my plug in, trying to get my blue light going.
yeah,
But that's normally what I do whenever I'm trying to freaking learn something new about new things. I actually want to get a breakdown of how it works, and then I get started on it, and then we're like pretty
yeah,
much all good to go for the most part. But it's like I said, it's a learning process, and
yeah.
everybody should be willing to like learn from it. But at least in our case,
Yeah.
right there we go.
I remember. What is it? Are you the one that asked me about? You were asking me information when we were first talking about what my background was and what I do now. Were you the one that asked me like, oh, like what you guys want to talk about? And you're asking me about the cartels because you knew about friends that were over there in Mexico and stuff and stories you heard.
Yeah, I had a
What
friend over
I
there.
Yeah, because I talked to you about the Tijuana cartel, right? Is that the one I talked to you about? Yeah,
Somebody
and
want one.
I talked about more than one. I didn't talk about the other ones that much because the main one was the rivalry between El Chapo and the Tijuana cartel and the Sinaloa cartel.
Hmm.
But the Sinaloa cartel, for anybody that doesn't know who's watching or hearing, the Sinaloa cartel at that time when all those cartels were at their high points, Sinaloa was actually at the bottom. They were actually the most disrespected, and they were the ones that were looked down because they were like the more broke cartel. And so
Right.
they had a beef because they had no border to cross, no border cities. So in order to forget them to get their drugs across, they had to pay tax to pass their drugs through their corridor. So the Tijuana cartel, the family, which is the Ariano Felix family, always had a beef with El Chapo and Sinaloans. They looked down on each other like, oh, like you're from Sinaloa, you're scumbag, you're scum. So there's always this beef. It's just like these gangs here, like Mexican gangs and black gangs, where like you're a Crib, you're a Blood, or you're on the wrong side of another street. But for them, it was
Right.
states. Like if you're from this state, you're a scum. And so it's weird how it's just like childish it was because a lot of these rivalries started that way. It started with envy, jealousy, and just wanting borders, wanting border cities. And Tijuana literally is across from San Diego. I mean, you have Marines nowadays getting in trouble for smuggling people, organs like intestines, like in the black market, drugs and etc., weapons. Um, but it was always the main thing was weapons and drugs, and money, the cash flow of money. So like on average, that when Sinaloa was struggling before it came to its high rising point, um,
Hmm.
uh, it had a guy named Hector Palma, which was Hector Palma, which is, they called him El Güero, or like whitey, or like light skin, basically, because
Yeah, I mean, he sounded like a
there's
scientist when you said that.
yeah. So Hector Palma, which is Hector Palma, uh, yeah, he was technically the original leader or one of the leaders of the Sinaloa cartel.
Hmm.
And El Chapo was like El Chapo's beginnings was actually he was a driver and a hitman first, and then he rose up in the ranks of the cartel. And then at points when shit he blew the fan, when Miguel Felix Gallardo, as you're gonna watch the show of Narcos Mexico, when he once he goes down, that's when they splinter. They separate all the cartels to make divided different cartels. But the thing that makes this explosion surreal was they were all gonna fight for routes. Who has the better routes to the borders, who has the most connections to the big top dogs of the government, the politicians, the bribing, the corruption of the cops and the military, the numbers of soldiers, the weapons and the drugs and the cash flow. And so that's why what you're watching now, Narcos Mexico, Jay, you're gonna see why Miguel's vision was actually the safest bet because there was the least amount of violence and envy and wrath because it's like a business competitive market. These guys are going to want to kill each other and the violence and bribe each other. And for those who don't get bribed, it's violent. Then you have the law enforcement who's trying to gun them down, track them down. They're putting them on FBI's most wanted list. Some of these guys, their reward, if you turn them in or have information on them, is millions of dollars. Just if you have information on them, they'll give you hundreds, thousands, or millions of dollars if it's viable. And if you turn them in, you get like 10 million or something, or 15 million. But like I said, you'd have to go into their territories to try to capture them. But by that moment, they have already paid off cops and military of themselves. And then you have them buying
Right.
like fake uniforms. Some of these guys will just be gangsters. Then they'll be buying fake cop uniforms or fake military uniforms, and then they'll design their cars like Humvees, like military Humvees, all camouflaged out. So you gotta be careful. Like in heck. So back to the story though of the Sinaloa when it rose to power. So Hector Palma, along with Chapo, and a guy named Juan Espargoza, who Juan was known as Blue or El Azul, and those three guys were the main people running Sinaloa. Um, and they always had a beef or a rivalry with the Tijuana cartel. So they're like, fine, we want to buy this section of a land of corridor, which is basically from Mexicali to Sonora. So Mexicali is just Baja California, which is where I'm covered and based at. I'm closer to I'm between Mexicali and San Diego. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, if I take a 2 hour drive, I'm there in Mexicali, or if I take 2.5 hour drive or so, I'm going to Tijuana, passing San Diego. But basically, the area that they wanted, they basically asked permission for TJ Cartel. Like Tijuana was like, "Well, you guys got to pay us a couple million. We'll rent it out to you." So they're like, "No, well, fuck you guys." Like they basically, that's how they got beef, and it blew up. And then they started making public displays of decapitation. Um, uh, Guys were starting to run over their territories. They started bribing the wrong politicians, right politicians. They would like sell each other out to the governments and to the military. You got people hanging from bridges. There was a
Damn.
display one time. Yeah, like there's. I know you're eating, but there was a display one time of they cut off the guys' heads, but then they cut open their stomachs, put them in there, hung them around the statues so everybody could see. And it was in a go around. It was like a one of those drive around, the go arounds, where people could
Mm-hmm.
watch them as the cars are driving around the circle. And they basically saying this is what happens when you deal with for messing or helping or aiding Tijuana cartel. And so these guys were getting pissed, and then violence after violence, war, blood spill. It was just blowing out of control. Because one thing is for gangs here in America who basically just cover a street. These guys were covering states and countries. That's scarier because when you're literally running a state, that's even scarier because everywhere in your corner, in your corridor, you're making billions of dollars yearly. You can have enough money to bribe anybody, pay anybody. People over there are starving, so they're willing to take up the job of a driver or a hitman or a transporter for drugs. Um, and then the politicians in Mexico to control the media, they would buy the sawmills where they would do the lumberjacks, and they would where they tear down the trees to make the paper, so they're able to control what's put on the paper on the newspaper. So it took individual newspaper like people who would run their businesses to expose corruption. So they started targeting the newspaper people. That's why journalism. Um, if you're a journalist in Mexico, you have a high target chance or high chance of getting like murdered and assassinated because they don't want you to expose politicians and traffickers at all. To this day, to this day, there's hundreds of journalists that still have yet to have their cases solved or to be found. Some of them haven't even found their bodies at all. Um, and 98% of murders and rapes go unsolved or unrecognized in Mexico. 98%. So you only have a 1 or 2% chance of getting your crime solved if you even matter to them. So your case most likely will never be solved. You will never be found, and they don't have the resources to even try to look for that stuff in general. And if that's the case, you'd have to ask the U.S. Embassy, and you'd have to ask the U.S. to help with the FBI and stuff and forensics.
Hmm. That's like I
Yeah,
said. That's quite a mouthful when it comes to certain things that go down on in history. Even though
yeah,
we like I said, even though we have even like I said, if you look on our side of like in the Black history on the Black people side, like there's a lot of miscellaneous things that went on that
yeah,
people that history does talk about, but
yeah.
also it's to me it just like it's the never ending cycle I see for like any culture. Like I said, every culture has something not good in it
Yeah,
at to one point. But I mean, but like how they've evolved to this day now
yeah.
is what we should really look at. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you go to Switzerland, Switzerland does not think what they did thought like 100 years ago. Everybody
Oh
knows that
no,
they don't.
no.
Like and Scandinavia, and you get those Scandinavia in that too. They're
Yeah.
turning Scandinavia is turning into be more. I think not. Please somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I heard and what I read, it was more so uh more
A
feminist country.
totalitarian.
Yeah, totalitarian.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the word. Totalitarian, and plus that's the well, yeah, I heard totalitarian, but it's becoming more like feminist based. Like women there are just getting more. They're getting more. The rights and everything over there. The only thing I think the men on the other
I
side
think
are
that
doing as
I think
well.
that the huge problem that I have here in America too is people in the government think they have a right to do what they want with your children, and they think they can have an input of what happens to your kids here in America. Like Like the whole thing of transgender kids, like that's wrong. Like wait till they're at least 19, 20 years old, and then if they want to go and pursue changing themselves in whatever way, that's on them because they're already like technically their own adults now. It's like, hey,
Hmm.
but if you're in my house and you're from the ages of 1 to 18, you're gonna do what I say. It's not allowed. You're gonna do what I say. Then once you leave my house, if you want to go be a chick, if you want a girl wants to be a guy, that's on you. I'm not gonna stop you. I won't like it, but I'll have to accept it. But I'll tell you I won't
Right.
like it, but I'll have to accept it because at the end of the day, you're gonna do what you want to do. And even though I believe in God and stuff, I know God made you the way you were.
I'm a
So if you were
girl too.
born a boy, you're to be a man. If you're born a girl, you're to be a
Right.
woman. There's nothing wrong with you. And I think that's the problem. I don't know. A lot of them try to say, "Oh, it's because that's how they identify from birth." Bitch, how the fuck are you gonna tell me about my kid? If they don't even know, if they don't even know themselves, us when we're kids, we don't know what the fuck we want at 17, 18 years old. We might think we do, but we don't really know yet. We might have just graduated high school, but we still have life to figure out. And the problem is, I think that's one of the big issues like I wanted to talk about because it's so wrong and it's almost like perverted to think that they say no, like if your kid from elementary or middle school wants to chop his balls off and be on hormone blockers, you should let him do it because he's a kid. No, fuck off.
Mhm.
Like no, leave my kids alone. They're my kids. Like back away. That's what I would tell them. Like go shove it. Go jump off a cliff if you have a problem with that. But those are my kids. You don't. I get to teach my kids about sexual shit when they're old enough to come to me. Once you're in high school and they teach you sex ed and stuff, that's cool. 16, 17 years old, they're teaching you sex ed. That's fine. But for you to shove it in their face from a young elementary age is almost perverted and pedophilic almost. But that's just me. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not trying to attack anybody. But that's the problem that I have. Parents should have the right to talk about this stuff before a school tries to jam it in their brain. You know? Because that was never part of our curriculum, Jay. When you went to school, that was never part
Hmm.
where a transgender would come to your thing and show you about this or that and put on a dress, put on makeup,
No,
and then
I never had that
like
experience.
I never had
It
that,
was
and
just
nor
most.
should our
Yeah, yeah,
kids. Nor
yeah.
should our
I think
kids.
none of our kids should be subjected to any of this subjective like bullshit.
It's like
Personally,
ambush
like
journalism. It's kind of like if it was ambush
it,
journalism.
yeah, like I said, this agenda being pushed is just retarded to me. I'm not a fan of it, and let's just be real. Because like I said the raw cut truth. It shouldn't be there to begin with. Two kids don't know what they are even when they're 14. I don't really give a damn because you do not know until you have grown up, become an adult. You actually have an idea. You can think on your own. When we give you the necessary tools and the morale that we literally placed in your brain since you were a baby, in order to make these decisions when you get older.
Yeah,
That's how we've always gone about it. Now, yes, in high school, I knew what lesbians were for the first time. Knew what that was. When I got out of college, I never ran into any like gay dudes. And like I said, I experienced that till I got to high school. I mean not high school. When I got out of high school into college, I met like two, became friends with one of them. The other dude, just talked, told me. I
yeah,
asked him why he was what he was. Yeah, he was still a genius. How he could do things. Like I said, he was one of the ones that had the voice. The one that's my friend, he acts like a straight guy.
yeah,
Doesn't sway his hips. Doesn't he looks? He could like. I'll be honest. He could be a Bradley Cooper
yeah.
tall like him, and you would never know that he was gay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some of these gay people
Yeah.
they have very masculine, straight tendencies, but yet they're gay. But they like I knew about gay people since I was in middle school, but to see it full on display, like was it high school? That's when I saw it, and then once I got because I live close to the Palm Springs area, so Palm Springs is one of the top gay capitals. I think it's in the top two, Palm Springs area. So it's a
Okay.
top two capital of gay population. So there's a strong LGBT presence, but there's not really a LGBT community of political activism as much. So there's LGBTQ a lot here, in Palm Springs. I live in a town of called Indio, so it's right next to Coachella Fest. Have you ever heard of that concert, Coachella Fest, in the West Coast?
Yeah, I heard of Coachella Fest. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, so I live literally like within like less than 10 minutes from that concert venue. Um, but Palm Springs, yeah, like it's like a very high LGBT, and they're pro for that, which is cool with me. I Gay clients are some of the best clients for when it comes to landscaping, construction, and stuff because they're great tippers, and they always are wanting to call you back. They're friendly. But when it comes to like the children and stuff, I just don't think that like that's not your right. Like you should just stick to maths,
Hmm.
history, reading, writing, doing the basics and some of the more advanced stuff. But when it comes to sexual preference and orientation, that should not be something that should be talked about because you're a minor. You're a minor of the state. That has nothing to do with history. Of course, gays have had their own history, but that should be something that should be taught and chosen in college or in high school when you have those LGBT clubs. Where it's like if you want to join that club after school program, that's cool. Or wait till
Right.
you're in college and choose that. But for you to shove it down throat, and it's like ambushing and like trying to pressure people, because if you don't for whatever reason support something or say I'm not for this, they automatically think you're against it. It's not that we're against gay people, it's just that you got to have a right and you set your boundaries as a parent. And I'm not a parent, but I'm speaking up for those parents because a lot of these parents have the same issue with that. A lot of parents do. And they're pulling their kids out of school, or they're putting them in more private conservative schools, or if they can, they're homeschooling them.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids now they're homeschooled. I was to a point where even when I was in high school, where I wanted to try homeschool, but I would have been more of a. They would have probably attacked me or shamed me for calling me an incel or something. Even though I knew a lot of people, I was cool with a lot of people, but I wanted to try homeschool to see what the experience was like. But then I
Oh,
wondered maybe
okay.
homeschool. I wanted to try. Well, will homeschool make me lazy? That's the only thing I was wondering. Like, will it make me more sloppier in my work? Will it make me not want to try as hard? You know. So
Right.
that's why I didn't do the homeschooling at the end.
To touch up on homeschool, yeah, I was homeschooled every summer by my grandmother, and
Yeah.
I wasn't mad about that idea. I wasn't mad about that. It made me smarter, and there were some things I learned in there which was better learned in the class. Um,
Yeah, because you're more
because it was
focused and
real
it's
school.
directly with you.
Yeah, because like I said,
Yeah,
sometimes the school education sucks. I'll be honest. Sometimes
it's
I'm not
true.
trying to shit on
True.
all the. I'm not trying to shit on the teachers that I liked. I'm talking
Well,
about
no,
like the
it's just
ones
because
who
there's some
actually
teachers that some teachers have sucky
that will
teaching
teach you.
methods.
Yeah, some people have
Yeah.
such yeah they have such teacher methods, and some have good teaching methods that can intrigue students.
Yeah.
I've always said
Yeah.
that before. If you have a boring voice, to put my ass to sleep. I don't give a
That's true.
damn. And I says, well, you can't do. I don't give a damn. Be enthusiastic. If Jordan
It's just
Peterson was my freaking
if
teacher, hear me. If Jordan
yeah.
Peterson was my freaking teacher, I'd be up. I'd be taking notes like nobody's business.
Yeah,
And I
Jordan
and I got
Peterson's an
and I
educational
love
goat.
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
And like I said, I tell my friend, like I said, I get to start listening to Jordan Peterson's speech, and I felt very empowered just now.
I feel
And I'm
like
like,
yeah,
yo,
I feel like when
yeah, like I
Jordan
said, you can
Peterson
get empowerment
talks,
from that man. You can get
yeah.
empowerment from him a lot.
Yeah, I feel like when Jordan Peterson talks, it's like you're in that journey with him talking. I feel like that's when he talks. It's like you're going through the experience and the journey, even though you were never there. But you just
Yeah,
respect because it's so knowledgeable and he's so articulate. He's very educational, and he's not trying to bash anybody. He's not attacking anybody. But yet, it's funny whenever
he's
women try
not.
to conversate with him or debate him, they shame and attack the man just because he's a knowledgeable.
And try to shame attack him, but here's the thing: they try to use it. They try to use his own work against him, and he cuts them down from the
Yeah,
edges, from the
and
root.
this is the thing.
I
He's
I
not even
love
being
him for that
malicious
because
about
he
him.
doesn't. Yeah, see, the thing is, I love it when he does that, and here's the reason why we love him for that. This man is known for being honest. He says, because they have asked him, how you want to be remembered? Being honest. No one's gonna take what I wrote and twist it in some way. What's written there is what's written there. You make assumptions based on what's there, but that's not written. That's but what you ask is not written in there, or what you surmise is not in there. Because you're not like I said. Because I don't. He said I don't get why you guys do this. And he actually calls them out on it. He doesn't stand there like chicken legs and freeze up and says, "Well, blah blah blah." While they talk over him, he don't let any of them ladies talk over his ass. That's one of the many things I respect about Jordan Peterson. He is not a pushover at all. He's like him and Ben Shapiro are like probably the last bastions of like direct of
Yeah.
directness. And what I mean is like, not letting feminists do what they get away with what they're saying, or just say nonsensical stuff without having any claims for the backup. But they also have data, they have reasoning, they break it down to the biological core facts of what is. And I'm like even I understand it. Like I understand exactly what they're saying. I really do get it
Yeah. See,
because Jordan
yeah,
Peterson is somebody you respect. I'll be honest. If we're gonna talk about a book you want to read, read one of his books. It actually
I
is gonna
do.
be
I'm.
useful
Yeah.
to you in the future.
Yeah. Have you
I'm
bought
gonna
some of
pick
his
his book up
books?
one day. Hmm.
Yeah. I'm ordering some certain books, and I think I'll try to send you the link on the text. Some of the books that I read and some of the ones that maybe you might like. They're actually pretty affordable.
Oh, okay.
It's some stuff that I read and stuff that's my job field, but it's kind of like the type of book I'm making. It's kind of more of like an intro to some of the characters I've talked about, and it's kind of like a
Hmm.
rogue gallery, kind of like how like Batman has its like rogue gallery of villains and stuff and his characters.
Yeah, like Spider-Man
It's
does. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like my book. It's kind of like that. Like each cartel, their stories and the individuals and certain politicians that have been incarcerated or military men that have been incarcerated and connections all around. And this is all somewhat public knowledge, but some of it's going to be more in depth. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people that have ever published these books, we become like targets of it. But like I said, my role, I think, what I feel fulfilled is when I expose the corruption and I try to help the victims that have like lost their lives or are still suffering to this day,
Hmm.
or the ones that never got justice. So that's my part. I understand what comes with it, that it might number my days on this planet, but on this earth, but I feel like a job fulfilled and then like a job worth meant something to help people and expose some of the bad stuff and people going through stuff right now in Mexico, which is a great country, a country that I love, and it's a story to be shared and told. And there are many countries where people have tried to tell their stories and they get silenced one way or another. And whether it's assassinating
Hmm.
their character, destroying their careers, putting them in prison, murdering them, assassinated, stuff like that, held hostage, like that's why I always say journalism in Mexico, you'll get killed for journalism in Mexico. Not here in America. Here in America, you can roam free and do whatever you want. But in Mexico, if you dare speak someone's name that is either a politician or a corrupt criminal, your days will be numbered a lot of times. And uh, yeah, some of these people, a lot of them, their crimes haven't gone solved at all. Like some will never get solved. And it is what it is. But I mean, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm proud of it, and uh, my father had warned me about stuff like this. My father's in a different side of Mexico that I can't even go to because it's so dangerous that it's one of the most dangerous places in Mexico. That's why I haven't seen my father in a couple of years either.
You still in contact with them?
I try to from time to time, but like I said, the last time I talked to him, he was stuff was happening, and uh, something happened to his phone. I was trying to get in contact with people around the area where he was living in, but nothing. They said nothing. They said they hadn't seen him, and I hope he's okay. But
Yeah, man.
uh,
Like I said, I wish him the best. Hopefully he's safe.
yeah, because I tell you, did we ever talk about that guy who was known like as the Soup Man in Mexico? Have you ever heard of a guy named the Soup
Yeah,
Man?
yeah, 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 yeah. You told me when you were in Primal Stream when you broke it all down to me.
Yeah.
Both of
So
us when you told that.
so
Yeah.
so to break it down real quick on the Soup Man, I know I might have said some stuff, but I didn't say the whole thing. I think, but the Soup Man, or the as they call him in Mexico, the Pozolero, um, he was hired by various cartels, but one of which I think was either between the Tijuana and the and the Juarez cartel, like those Zetas and all that, have hired him. Uh, it was to basically dissolve bodies using certain experiments, and one of which, if you remember watching Breaking Bad, Breaking Bad had probably the most like scientific way of doing it, which is buying kind of like these plastic barrels and you wrap them with a certain sheet and a tarp, and then you put the hydrofluoric acid, and you'd obviously take off the clothes, you take off the jewelry, you take off any fillers that the person had in their teeth, any piercings, and or you can leave them in there, but for the most part, you just leave the flesh and the bone in there. And supposedly this man was caught, the suit man. He would use like a huge cauldron, and they said that they estimated that he had like in the dozens of thousands of people that he has literally turned into soup. So that's why you couldn't really process any crimes. So, and they would pay him a good amount, a good fee, and they get away with the murders. And the way they would tell the reason they found out it was that high was because he had kept the shoes and kept some clothes, and they numbered it up to a couple dozen, like almost a dozen thousand or so. And yeah, now that soup guy is in prison now in the U.S. I think he's in the U.S. prison right now, if I'm not mistaken. If not, he's in a Mexican prison. I want to try to get a setup of interview with him as well, in person to person.
I mean, that'd be quite the interesting take. Um, so so I guess we touched up a little bit on your little story that you wanted to tell me. I guess we can venture into anime now if you want. So what did you like? So we can bring up Yu Hakusho, guys. So what did you like about Yu Hakusho? Particularly,
Uh,
what was one of the things that drew you into that series?
so for me, Yu Yu Hakusho was one at a time when I was young, but I was still a teenager-ish, coming into teenage years. But I liked it because of the story. I liked it because of just I guess the characters in the school life, and then I guess they had like a little brotherhood between the group of guys, and they each had their own ability. They each had their own characteristics, but what it came down to was that tournament, and each group of good guys for every bad guy in their bad group, they had their counterpart, and I kind of liked that a lot too. And their abilities were pretty cool. But yeah, I wish it didn't stop. I wish they had a couple more seasons after that, but I felt like they didn't give it its justice that it deserved, and it doesn't get its appreciation or validation that it should get in the anime community. I feel like a lot of
Yeah,
anime communities leave that show out,
yeah,
and
and
I don't know why. I don't know why.
well, I'll say this for now. First of all, they're not a '91 kid like I am. And also, I grew up in a time where the dub for that series was legendary. I love Justin Cook, who voices Yusuke. I love Christopher Sabat, that has Kuwabara's voice, who's also the voice of Vegeta. And also,
Oh
we
yeah,
have
yeah,
Hiei. Hiei's voice actor was amazing. Kurama's
yeah,
voice actor was amazing. Like, dude, like even the girls sound good. Keiko, Yukina, Shizuru, Botan. I'll be honest, Botan is actually the best girl in that entire series. Like, she is somebody you can wife up. If you marry her, you are going to have a
yeah.
good life. You are going to have a good life.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. To me, Yu Yu Hakusho is what Naruto is now. Like if they would have gave Yu Yu Hakusho its justice, I think it's what Naruto is now or better. It could have been better than Naruto and like these other animes like
It, to
the
me,
other
it's already better than those ones because it's a classic. I think
yeah,
Naruto hits probably on an emotional feel or hits that ninja aspect or whatever very well in some spots, pre time skip wise, but time skip wise is different. To me, it's the Gar show time skip, and I love Gar. Gar is like the best character in the whole time skip. He grew up and
yeah,
became a leader, a mature man, and he got character
yeah,
development with his dad coming back to life and knowing about his mom. So I
yeah,
respect Gar. Gar actually became the leader of like I like Gar's story so much, dude. This dude went from a freaking psychopathic murderer from being controlled from his father to the influence of an evil spirit to then fighting Naruto, then learning to actually caring about people, saying
yeah.
sorry to his brother and sister, to being an ally, and then after that he became the leader of his village and just became I'm Kazakage now, guys. And now he has girls looking at him once he's freaking Kazakage. I was like, yo, Gar put in work. And see that what that told me we could all do if we do hard work, there'll be a good outcome for us. We're
Yeah.
men. And I realized
There's a
predominantly men, we could do it.
there's another anime that they told me to watch was which is it's called One Punch Man. One Punch Man. I don't know if you watched it. One Punch Man. They told me to watch that one, but I didn't get it. I haven't gotten into it yet. I haven't seen it. The one that I did watch was One Piece. I used to watch One Piece from time to
One
time
Piece.
too.
Yeah.
Do you think it's
I'm
a
still with it. Yeah, I'm still with the series. It's like okay right now. It's not like the greatest, but still entertaining to some degree. But like I said, I'm there for the ride to finish it. Like I said, with all running long running series have the same damn problem.
it tends to
When
get stale after a while?
it does.
Yeah, that's what
I
they
don't
say
know why
about The
people don't
Walking
understand
Dead.
that.
Yeah, that's what
I
they
mean,
say about The Walking Dead.
I dropped that shit third season. That shit was trash.
The Walking Dead?
It was sexist. Yeah, it was sexist and bullshit and plot
And
holes.
how
It
was it
was bad.
sexism? How was it sexist? That's a first. I never heard that before. I never heard that before. I never heard Walking Dead is sexist. I never heard that.
It is towards women and men.
So towards who?
Towards women and men.
How? What way? There's a
So,
what?
remember, it's based off a comic book. The comic book is better than the fucking show.
Oh yeah, like the graphic novel is way more better. A lot of times it can be for a show because remember, like the TV distribution, like the TV contracts and the channels, they have a certain limit to R ratings and PG-13 stuff. They're limited. Comic strips, you can if you make it black and white and instead of adding the blood and the gore, uh, you can go all out, you know. But yeah, but no, like to be honest, the show got better after the third season. The third season was pretty good. It was all right. I I liked the second season a bit more than the third season, but to
Mm-hmm.
me, I thought
Wait, wait,
to me
wait, for what season? Tell me which one again.
for Walking Dead.
For Walking Dead. Okay, that's right. You can. I'm not sorry. You're talking about different animal when you said that, but yeah, I think season two probably was it. But when I got to three, the governor shit, I was like, screw this, I'm out.
No,
Like
it got better.
the characters do shit that don't make sense.
No, it got better. Like especially for the second half of the fourth season, it got better and it built up. And then the fifth, sixth season, the sixth season it was like all right, but the half of the fourth was good, and then the fifth was really good, and then the seventh and eighth season is it's pretty good too. It's really good. It's more of a war between different colonies and different shit like that. And the ninth season was fucking intense. But that was my main show when I'm not watching animated stuff or or cartoons and stuff from now time.
Hmm.
I like to watch like Sons of Anarchy, the Mayans, the
Okay,
biker.
Sons of Anarchy
I like
was really
watch
good. Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy. Mayans is actually really good. I was kind of nervous because okay, they always tend to do this where one show does really good and they want to copy and make spin-offs, and spin-offs don't usually do good. But Mayans surprised me because it actually
Yeah,
got
they don't
better and
normally. Yeah, they
better.
don't normally do well. Yeah.
But Mayans surprised me because they got way better as each episode got. The show kept getting better and better. And not a lot of shows have that tendency. Breaking Bad is one of my favorite shows. Um,
Well, Breaking
uh,
Bad can do no wrong because
yeah,
yo man, I ain't
it
gonna lie,
it
man.
shows a guy going from beta male to alpha male. It shows a guy going from beta male to alpha male
Yeah,
easily.
freaking Walter White. Just Walter White is like the epitome of like, yo, I
You're
don't mess with dudes
suburban.
who can cook meth. Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
plus it's
crazy,
like this
man.
this
Yo,
dude was making
he's
crystals
like,
that
yo,
were bombs.
crystal like meth that's like in crystals, but you can't even trace them, and it's not even toxic and it rots his flesh or anything. But
Yeah.
it is like, yo, he's like, yo, I can imagine people sitting in an RV like, yo, you want to cook? I was like, yo,
Bro.
yo, you want to cook this? Oh my god! And the crazy thing is that this man had cancer too.
Yeah, that guy had cancer.
The very beginning, season one, you literally know, like, yeah, he said, yeah,
Yeah.
you have the same symptoms my freaking aunt has. Jesse said, and I'm like, yo, I remember the episode so much. I'm like,
Yo,
yo, you have the
I
same shit
love
too, man.
Jesse. I love Jesse too. Come on,
Yeah,
bitch. That was only his line. Bring it, bitch. That's all. Like that's why I loved him, and it was a good way of a suburban white guy who was always the boring plain Jane guy who was a chemist, who was a chemistry teacher, and he ends up becoming a kingpin. But remember, women love the bad boy. They love the Chad and Tyrones, but as long as he looks good and has the power, money, and status, they don't mind the bullshit. But it's just it was a great show.
Mm.
I loved it. I know. Have you been watching Breaking Better Call Saul? That's a good show
No,
too.
I haven't watched that one.
Yeah, it's a really good show too. It's a prequel to the Breaking Bad. It's before he meets with him, and
Oh, okay.
it's it's showing a lot of characters from Breaking Bad before they were there and leading up to Breaking Bad, and it's like first or second season. That's like it's leading up to like the second season of Breaking Bad. So Better Call Saul is like a 5 or 6 season show, but it's a good show. And yeah, and then when I'm not watching that, I liked watching Shameless. Shameless was a really good show to watch too for me. I loved
Oh,
it. Yeah, I love Shameless. I don't know if you watched that show before. Um,
Shane?
Shameless.
Shameless. Yeah, 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 yeah. I haven't started. I know about it. I haven't started. I watched Penny Dreadful before. I think one of the Okay, you know it's a show I gotta finish watching? Vikings. Vikings is good. I love
Oh,
Vikings.
yeah, I heard of that show. The show that
I'm
I
gonna.
haven't
I
watched,
have it
and
on
I'm never
Hulu right
gonna.
here. Yeah, man, you got that
Yeah,
one. You gotta watch. Those are
yeah, I
really
heard of
good.
that. Yeah, and the one show I'm never gonna watch is Game of Thrones for some reason. I'm not gonna watch that show because I just don't. I don't want to watch white people in the Middle Ages. In the middle, I just don't want to watch white
Mm,
people in the Middle Ages. I don't want to.
mm,
It's like my
wow.
girl said the same thing. So he's like, why am I gonna watch people and back in the days when it's boring as hell? Like I was like, well, we should give it a try. I was like, I love like the Greek Roman times. I like those kind of shows, but I don't want to watch knights and shit and the Dragon Queen. Like I don't want to watch that. It's just not for me. I tried watching it mainly for the sex scenes, probably, but that's about it. That's about it. And
Right.
I heard the Dragon Queen has a scene with Aquaman. That's pretty intense.
Wait, with the who?
Aquaman, Jason Momoa, the
Oh, Jason
Dragon
Momoa.
Queen.
Yeah,
She's like
she's
base.
getting it from the back.
Dang, I heard that. I heard she was great at receiving. That's what they were saying, the fans. But nah, yeah. But those are the kind of shows I like to watch. I liked watching The Shield. The Shield was a good show too. I don't know if you ever watched it. The
Shield.
Shield and yeah, The Shield and Nip Tuck. Crazy shows.
Shield. I know Nip Tuck. I know
Yeah,
what Nip Tuck was, but Shield.
that's a good show. So basically, the Shield, it's the same people who made Sons of Anarchy and like Mayans. Well, The Shield was the first original show in FX, which took it up to that extreme of level of it can be type of scenes and violence sometimes, and like like that's what started the mold for these iconic shows on FX. The Shield was like a team of like four cops who was running in LA at the time. These cops were corrupt and they were doing their shit, but they were also vigilantes as well. Like they try to do good in their communities, but they did shit that was wrong as well, and the karma came back to bite them. And yeah, like it was just it was a really good show. I think it ran for like 6 seasons or 7 seasons or something like that. Yeah, but it's a good show. I loved it. Like one of the greatest
Yeah.
shows I think I've seen. I recommend you watch it when you have spare time. Um, but yeah, it's a great show too.
Hmm.
And I think those are like basically like the main shows I watched. Besides The Office, I love The Office. The Office is a great show for like a laugh and stuff. And yeah, I like watching Key and
Who's
Peele.
you?
Key and Peele as
Oh.
well. Key and Peele is
Oh,
funny.
okay.
I
Well,
love
wait,
watching
Kill Kill?
comedy. Yeah, Key and Peele. Key and Peele is funny as hell.
Oh, Key and Peele. Key and Peele.
Yeah, yeah, Key and
Oh.
Peele. Um, I like watching comedy. I like watching comedy as well, like Martin
Oh,
Lawrence,
okay.
Eddie Murphy,
Mark.
Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
I like
okay.
those.
Dave Chappelle. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess. okay, I guess we're getting to a comedy freaking talk. I think in anime I like a lot of rom-coms are said to be funny, but they fail in terms of romance sometimes. I mean, like they really fail because
Well, what way?
for me, and the way they fail,
Yeah.
okay, so this is since like I said, I'm an anime connoisseur. I can tell you why. The nonsensical idea that these two might get together, it's there's never any conclusion to it. There's never really any build up to it. If there is, then it's bitter, not even bittersweet. It's not well written. Things aren't earned, and ends up being a joke. Hence why if it's just a romantic comedy, just let it be comedy and then move on, no problem. Because the romance aspect is weaker than the actual
Yeah.
comedy itself. The only one these are the romances rom coms I admit I recommend people because they actually had a conclusive ending and the dude actually got his chick. Talk about he was a Chad and he got that shit.
Because of
He
Chad?
got Tyrone.
What? Little
Okay, so
Tyrone.
okay, I know Tyrone joke, but Lovely Complex is one. That's one of the older romances, but that's very comedical, but it has very good romance in it. The difference in there. Um, for me, I like that one because it's so
Amazing.
different. How is it the popular dude in the entire school? Technically, the guy who's looked at as cool on the basketball team is short. He's short, but guys respect him. Okay, his childhood friend, who he's been friends with for a while, they're comedic as hell together. Actually, falls for the dude. He says, "I do not date any girls who are taller than me at all." His previous girlfriend was shorter than him. She was cute for a reason. I can respect the decision for dating her. I respect that. But when you get into
But
the
can she cook? But can she cook?
she can surprisingly, she's tall but she can cook. But so eventually he does end up taking her on as his girlfriend. Um
Savage.
yeah, he has to stand on stairs to kiss her, but he did it. Or when she was sitting down, he kissed her. So he's done that shit. Like he's done it. He's done it without letting her know. That's what makes him a Chad right there. And she don't say shit. She likes him.
Of course, you're not gonna say
One of my
shit.
one,
No,
one of my
girls
favorite
know.
scenes is
Girls know when to
one. Of,
shut up.
say what?
I said girls know when to shut up and like appreciate the Chad they have.
Yep.
For some reason, they just do.
Humans. Oh, by the way, guys, if anybody's watching the stream, which we'll take, we have zero freaking viewers right now, so I don't. I didn't tell them I was making one today, so I'm not even pissed off. This would be something they can always go back to look at too. So, like I
Yeah.
said, I'm not doing this for clout. I don't do this shit for anything. I do this shit. I do
Mm,
this shit to chill with the
exactly.
guys.
And a
Besides,
lot of
before I go
times,
back to
and a lot of podcasts that become successful, that's basically how you just said is how they start. They become successful. A lot of like streams and podcasts and stuff, and then it ends up becoming like
humans,
something. Yeah, because you end up just becoming chill, human, and you talk about any that. That's why Joe Rogan's podcast is one of my favorite podcasts because it talks about different things. It doesn't just stick to one thing. You talk about anything from
marks.
politics to sports to media like anything like in general, like ABCD, all the above. Talks about everything. And uh I have been watching other podcasts. I do get into watching podcasts about other people's stuff. That's what I do get into as well. um Obviously, because that's how I met you, Jay. I met you through the Duke and Don, right? That's where I met you through.
Yeah,
Yeah, I met you through there. And then I love when like Primal, you and me and like other people jump in Primal studies because that's I just think it's something that's more I guess better like quietly, it's better structured, and it doesn't let people go on rants a lot, because I think with the Primal show, I think it's more we get right to the point and we don't beat around the bush. And
we all get to speak our minds, basically.
yeah, yeah, and like we don't have to like go on
Somebody
a
gets a
long.
turn to speak.
No, and no offense to Ayande, because I respect Ayande, what he's doing, his purpose, but it's just that Ayande tends
Yeah,
to go on long rants, and he tends to over talk people and talk people down sometimes. Like I gotta, But even though he does get
I mean,
tested
if we're
by
gonna be
women,
honest, then everybody talks
the
over everybody. If we're gonna be honest,
well, I
whether
mean, that's
like I
true.
know.
That's true. Especially there, though. Especially there on that one, they do. Especially on the Duke and Don.
We'll see. Ayane is the bigger. Honestly, I think Ayane rules the stream. To be honest, if we're gonna be honest,
If he's on it with
no
Duke,
offense
yeah,
to Duke,
and no,
but I
it's no,
think yeah,
it's no longer the Duke show. It's the Yonde show. When
Ayane
Duke,
show, yeah.
it's the Yonde show. It's a Yonde and Don, not Duke and Don anymore. It's yeah,
Yep.
and but I mean, hey, it's just I like the structure of the Primal Study Chat sometimes more. Even though I appreciate what Duke has done and he's allowed me on his platform and talk with him and he asked me my opinion, I asked for their opinion. I don't really ask them any questions on his stream that much, but I'm mostly there to listen. Half the time when the streams start and they end, I'm already falling asleep. I'm already going to sleep because I got to wake up at 3 in the morning, sometimes 2:30 in the morning. Um, certain schedules I have. And so yeah, but it's usually ends up late. Like you fell asleep on like two of their streams. I remember you told me. I remember you were like fell asleep.
Marcus. Okay, I think he dropped out somewhere. All right, guys, my man he left, but yeah, he'll be back. Yeah, you cut off.
My bad. Yeah, it's 'cause I accidentally pressed the back button or some shit.
Oh, you
My
pressed the
bad.
back button. I thought I kicked you out. I'm like, okay,
No, 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 no. I think I pressed the wrong button, but
that journal is
no, yeah, I
somewhere.
was saying, I remember like we are talking about the streams and how sometimes people can go on tangents and long running sentences, but I remember you fell asleep. I think on one of them, right? Was it Primals or was it Duke and Don's? I think you were either on Primals or Duke and Don's show. I think like you hit your mute or some shit, but you fell asleep or something.
Hmm.
Can you hear me? Or am I?
Say it again. Say it again.
No, I said, didn't you fall asleep one time on one of the streams?
Yeah, I did. I think it was
Was it?
after Duke and Don stream. Yeah, I passed out, and then you told me that you passed out afterwards.
Yeah, because I had fell asleep and I woke up and I saw you on the stream because I
Realized
was
the
still on the
stream was
stream.
over. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
then I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. It was like, is this dude like, is he put it on mute? He's like, nah, you're like, and they could hear you snore a little. You're snoring. I was like, oh shit. I was like, guilty. I'm guilty too. And I don't blame.
Hold
I
on. Were
don't.
you snoring or was I snoring?
You were, but I guess people have heard. I don't know if somebody heard me because I snore sometimes in my sleep. But
Well, see, I
I
was muted, so they shouldn't be able to hear me because I muted. I mean, I was muted the whole time.
oh yeah, so then it must have been me. It must have been me. But I was like, Jay, and then I was like messaging you on the stream, and I was like, yo, this guy fell asleep. He fell asleep.
Oh, by the way, if you wonder why I keep I'm looking at my TV here while we're talking. I'm watching Queen of the Damned. It's one of my favorites, besides Interview with a Vampire.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
I
I
think
love
I
Queen of
thought
the Damned. Like
I like
that's actually my
Aaliyah.
introduction. That was my introduction into metal music.
I like Aaliyah. I think she was attractive.
Aaliyah?
Yeah, the girl who plays the queen, the vampire queen.
Oh yeah, she passed though. I didn't even know she passed away, or she got an accident. She passed away. She was gorgeous.
She was
Everyone talk
gorgeous.
about listen. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Listen, I told you I like my black ladies, but she was gorgeous. I've seen her in two movies before. That Queen of Damned and the other one.
With Jet Li. Jet Li. Romeo Must
Yeah, the
Die.
Jelly, that one. Yeah, that was that movie had me rolling. That was a funny ass. Now that's a funny ass movie. I can
Yeah.
laugh all throughout that movie. You literally had the fat guy freaking fall out the building and he said, "Sorry, moron," and just dumped his fat ass out there.
Oh yeah,
that
Corey. Is that Corey
was
Anderson or
so
some
funny.
shit?
Yeah,
Anthony
that was his
Anderson.
name. Anthony Anderson,
Anthony.
yo, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of he's a funny guy. He's a funny guy.
He's skinny
I've
now,
never
but
thought.
he's skinny now.
Well, he's skinny
Remember
now. He
he
shouldn't be
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's skinny now. He's thinned out right now.
The hell did he go through freaking weight loss training?
I don't know. He lost like over 150 pounds or some shit. Yeah,
Okay.
he lost like half or like most of his weight that he used to be, and yeah, he got in shape. But you know, uh, yeah, like I've always been a big fan of martial arts like actors. So like Jean Claude Van Damme was one of them. Jet Li, Jackie Chan. I've always been a fan of martial arts like action stars. Michael J. White.
Yeah,
Michael
Michael
J.
J.
White.
White's awesome.
That fool was
Michael J.
not
White's
only is
one of my
he
favorites.
not
He's a
only is he
martial
buff.
artist.
Yeah, he's not only is he buff, he has the muscles and the fighting to back up his
Well,
muscles. You know.
yeah, man, he could have been. He actually could have played Blade or Green Lantern, and that'd be cool. Well, he can't make him be Green Lantern. He can't be just saying that cheesy shit. He'd be on that serious shit. If you're gonna do a Green Lantern, if he would be John Stewart, then that motherfucker has to be able to have that
Cuss.
stoic look. And, yeah, he's
He's
got
got
to
to
be
be
able
able
to
to cut.
yeah cuss. He's got to be able to cuss and just be like just go in on them as a Green Lantern, just doing spinning
Yeah.
kicks and stuff. Yo,
I
I'm sorry,
there the
man.
what
I love
there
Michael
was
J. White. Michael J. White is awesome. I'm sorry.
I
I have
was
nothing negative to say about that man.
I was gonna say that the the John Stewart Green Lantern, I always thought Idris Elba could play him. I always thought Idris Elba could play him. Like for some reason, I feel like he perfectly fits to play John Stewart. Do not put Will Smith and John Stewart because that shit will suck.
Nah, man, he
But
already do this. He was already in cosplay in Suicide Squad. I wasn't a fan of that.
well, that
Like
that
that
first
outfit,
Suicide Squad, the first Suicide, no,
trash.
the mask. I like the mask. I will say I like the mask, but I didn't like the costume. I
No,
did
yeah,
like
they
the
look
gun.
like cosplay. That's why they didn't look real.
Yeah, yeah. But the guns and the mask were my two favorite things. But the overall suit sucked. But the Suicide Squad they made this year, like last year, was it last year? Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Uh,
last year. That was good. That was really good.
that was a good Suicide Squad. Like there's not many DC movies I like, but the Zack Snyder Justice League was great. It was amazing. I thought it was great.
The
I
Zack
thought it was
Snyder
a
one was
great.
way better than that theatrical bullshit they made because I actually bumped it up to an 8.
Yeah, I put it as an 8.5. For me, I put it as an
That's as high
8.5.
as I could put it. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
better than what it was.
It was way better. And then so for me, the three best DC movies, well, four. The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight was one of them. The Joker. That's one of the best DC movies. And then I liked
Yeah, Joker. Yeah.
the Suicide Squad. I like Zack Snyder's Justice League, and Man of Steel. Man of Steel is actually a pretty good one.
Yeah, I love Man of Steel. Man of Steel is a 8 for me, and that's all about as far as I give it, or 7.5 to an 8. But I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah,
like the fighting the Kryptonians and the freaking
yeah,
yeah, fighting the Kryptonians, like that's one of the best battle scenes ever. The whole Superman versus Zod is like one of my favorite fights, bro. That is DB's level fighting. That's DBZ to me right there. When you do when they move
yeah.
like
That
that,
I
punch,
was gonna
kick,
say. Yeah,
I was like, bro, that's exactly how like this is how a battle between freaking Saiyans would go down.
yeah. Like Frieza and Cell and Boo versus like Goku and Vegeta. That's
Yeah,
how a fight would be.
yeah,
I
exactly.
just
Like
want
like how Kryptonians are.
I heard that through the grapevine that they want to make a live action Dragon Ball Z. The last one they made was trash. I heard. I didn't even bother watching it, but I heard it
The
was
evolution
trash.
bullshit. Yeah, it was trash.
Yeah, but I heard it
Trash.
was like a just.
Like I
I
never
heard it was
go.
like a. I was like
Okay, go
the
ahead.
main guy like Goku wasn't even an Asian guy.
No, he wasn't Asian. He was
He,
American.
he was a white guy. I was like, yeah, you're playing. You have a white kid from uh that looks like a frat boy playing Goku, who's supposed to be a badass, and he's not even buff. Not
Yeah, he
even
wasn't
buff
buff. He was
at
slim.
all. The
Yeah,
slim, like
Goku's
he
a
looks
buff
like
guy.
he just looks like he came from a keg party, like he came from a fraternity. I was like, what the hell? And then you had a who was the bad guy in that one? Was it Piccolo?
Yeah, it was Piccolo.
Oh my god! I remember in the cartoons, that's how it started. They started off as a rivalry, right, between them two, but then they became friends in the TV in the cartoon.
Yeah, In the anime, my friend, you can't say cartoon. There's a difference
My
between
bad.
cartoons and anime.
My
No, no,
bad.
no.
Anime.
No, it's cool. I always have to like explain that to people. You're cool
Yeah.
though. Um,
Animation.
sorry about
The
that.
anime.
But yeah, because with how would you call it?
Bang bang bang.
So like SpongeBob and all them, there's no story. Anime, there's
That's
story.
true. That's true.
Like period. Now, granted,
I want.
DBZ really doesn't have any. Like I said, DBZ Dragon Ball Z is not really a story. It's literally one intergalactic brawl. That's really what it is. It's an intergalactic brawl. It's really no story. Really, to be honest, I actually agree with that because it's just a beat 'em up series, and that's what
What?
JoJo was when it first came out, but it became something more. That's the difference. For me, with certain series like Yu Hakusho, they actually touch up on character development, characterization. Like I'm the king of you. I'm the king of Yu Hakusho. Please, I could talk about that all day. I could talk about the fights. I could talk about the characters. I could talk about the arcs. Well, what character? Actually, I think a better question would be like, what non-character that's not the main characters that I like. That would be an interesting question for me to answer.
Um. All right.
I know all the
Is
names. I'm talking about in Dark Tournament really when I talked about that, but I'm talking about outside the main characters. You can go by villains too if you like them. Don't worry, I don't like any. The only Saint Beast I like is Suzaku because Suzaku technically did Chidori before Chidori came out in Naruto. Facts. That
that's
Storm
true.
of Torment. That Storm
That's
of
true.
Torment is Chidori. The only difference is if it misses you, it still hits you. That's why I like that technique better than Chidori. I can just miss you, and it just follows you.
Savage.
Like it follows you like a current. And like, bro, when Yusuke got like hit with that, I was like, damn, he got hit by electricity. Like, damn, look, he got fried, like actual fried.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be true. That be true. Uh. Okay. So, who's your main favorite? Your top three favorite bad guys from Yu Yu Hakusho?
Oh, top three?
Yeah.
Easy.
Favorite bad.
Sensui to Goro third. Yeah, third. Bad guy. Bad guy. I was gonna say Suzaku so I can give him so I can give him some clout because I actually do like Suzaku. Fuck, because I like his character design and I fuck with his finesse.
Zuz.
Hmm.
What about
I'm gonna
um?
I'm gonna say hold on before I answer that. Hold on. I'm gonna say Suzaku then. I was gonna say Yomi because I love Yomi a lot, but Yomi is a different person. So Suzaku for third.
All right, then I guess that's a similar. That's basically similar as me. Basically similar to me. What about favorite? Mm, favorite favorite dark tournament fight besides the finale fight. You hear me?
Say it again, Marcus.
I said favorite dark tournament fight besides the finale fight.
Oh, no, that's a question. Okay. She's revived. Okay, let me think. Trust me, this won't be a long answer. Hold on. Favorite fight besides the main last fight. mm, it's like a tie. It's like a tie right now. It's between Yusuke versus Chu and Hiei versus Kuro Momotaro. The guy that can
Oh,
like
okay.
turn and I don't know if you know who Kuro Momotaro was. Kuro was the guy that could turn into all those different who had those spears. beast spears,
Oh,
and you can
yeah,
turn
yeah,
into
yeah.
different creatures. He was the armor of the phoenix, armor of the wolf, armor of the ape. Yeah.
I remember him. I remember him because I remember that
Yo, I
was
ain't
one of
gonna
my
lie, man.
favorite.
He was trying to was getting hits, but it wasn't doing stuff. And then
Yeah,
and then he killed him with the. That's when he revealed the sword of the darkness flame. Like I love that. I love that dude.
yeah,
And one of my favorite lines, because I know every line in Yu Show, bro. He said, "You might as well get on the floor, think of a nice way to be." And he was like, "Never. You have to cuff my limbs to keep me down." I was like, "Yo, he is that dude."
all
I was like,
right.
"I love this dude."
Let me ask
So,
you
but yeah,
something.
it's between those two fights, like Yusuke versus Chu and yeah versus Kuro.
I like to
Um,
do a multitude of things, a multitude
mhm.
trivia of anime. Sometimes I do
Oh,
this with
okay, go ahead.
music. I do this with music, anime, with movies, with shows. But all right, I'm gonna jump into Dragon Ball Z. What
All right,
what is your favorite character? You can't say Vegeta and you can't say Goku. What is your other
okay.
favorite character? Well, good from the good guys. From the good guys.
From the good guys, if we're excluding Vegeta, shit, Piccolo.
Okay, I gotta pick Trunks.
Because
Trunks is my I like
it'd
Trunks.
be Piccolo. It'd be Piccolo or Trunks. Between those two.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a Trunks guy.
I
If it's
mean,
not
because I like
Vegeta,
I like I like people with swords. I like people with swords.
yeah, yeah.
Simple enough. But also I like
Uh,
Piccolo for his intelligence and him actually being a father to Gohan. More than Goku.
okay. All right. What's your favorite fusion character from Dragon Ball Z?
Vegeta. I
Vegeta.
I love Gogeta, but Vegeta is my boy. Vegito is the
Yeah,
best. Vegito, I'm sorry, bro. He's literally folding his arms, just doing kicks with his legs and doing the spirit sword with his hand. I'm like, dude, no. And
yeah.
and I love his base form look with the blue and the orange.
That's
That's
true.
fire to me. With the gloves and the earrings, I'm like, bro, you look so dope. I got so hyped when I
Yeah.
saw that character. That arc sucked, but no, I mean that arc sucked. But when he came out, I was like, bro, he's the
That's
best
that
character. You
that
combine
that
Goku and
that's the
Vegeta.
yeah,
Oh, he has Vegeta's personality though. That's why I loved it. Vegeta didn't
yeah,
like he was cocky as hell, but the thing is, he was strong enough to back it up. That's the difference. I love Vegeta. Vegeta all day, bro. He was fighting that
yeah,
Sanji just with his feet, with his arms folded. I'm like, bro, you're beast, dude. You're beast. Um,
yeah. So
all right,
I
all right,
like
all
I
right,
like
all right.
uh
Go ahead, Marcus.
so okay, and I gotta give a shout out honorary mention to Go Tanks because even though they were little kids, they tried very hard.
They did.
Uh, they did, but all right, now favorite villain um from top three villains from the Dragon Ball Z from all the story arcs. Who are your top three
Top three favorite villains from all three story arcs.
from DBZ? Yeah, top three villains.
Um, mm, Vegeta, Frieza at one point would have been awesome. I'll say Frieza Cell,
Okay,
Frieza Cell, and Vegeta. I think because I think Vegeta was just was so awesome. How you got introduced and everything. I'm an elite
okay,
warrior. I love that. I love that. But he's number one.
okay.
Um, no,
So those are your three.
yeah,
Okay, so mine is uh I like the Cell games. So Cell is one of them, but I'd have to go with Boo with the Boo Saga, and I'd also have to go with the Android. I think the Android Saga was pretty good.
Android 17. Android 17 was good. I like Android 17.
Yeah, Android 17 and all of them, and
The character design is so dope.
yeah, and um, I think I'd have to go with I think I'd have to go with who's the guy from I can't remember his name from the Dragon Ball GT saga. I think his was pretty entertaining. The uh,
What do you look like? Tell me. I can help
he's a,
figure it out.
I think it was Shenron or was it Genron
Omega
or
Shamrock. Omega
yeah, is it
Shamrock.
the he looked like a devil, he looked like a demon, but he was like
Yeah, Omega
yeah, he was
Shamrock.
all
Yeah.
yeah, he was all right. But yeah, I think my overall would be like Cell Boo Saga and Cell Boo and the androids.
Hmm.
Especially I would have mentioned Broly, but he didn't put up as much of a fight as I thought he did.
Nah.
But when I noticed this thing where they come back, like they do like a sequel to the villains that come back. Broly came back, Frieza came back. I don't know if Cell ever came back, but uh, uh, I remember there was an episode. I think it was when they was fighting Boo or maybe the androids, but it was I think it was when Goku was like in hell or something or in this like purgatory, and he
Uh
saw
huh.
Cell and Frieza there. I don't know if that was really them, or if that was just like their spirits or like his conscience. I don't know. I don't know if that was actually the Cell and Frieza, or if that was just their spirits or conscience in Goku. I don't know if that was actually them. I don't know. Did you ever watch that episode in DBZ? You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, I was asking the question. I don't know if you remember that episode. I think it was after the Cell and the Frieza saga. It was for sure after those two, but it was when the Goku or Gohan was the one in like underworld or like purgatory or hell, and they popped up. Was that really them, or was that just his conscience?
Repeat that one more time. What was who's conscious?
Uh, when I think it was like Goku or Gohan, but they were, I think they were. It was supposed to be like a purgatory or like a type of hell scenario where it was like dark, but it was like I guess it was his past former foes that were fallen. I don't know if that was Goku or if that
Oh,
was Go. Remember that
I know
episode?
what you're talking about. You're
What,
saying
what,
when they're. No, I know what you're talking about. I think you're talking about that special where like the smoke of cloud like brought back all the villains from the movie villains and the villains from the actual canon series. And
yeah,
I think it's called like it was a dust made to like kill Saiyans or like poison Saiyans, which is crazy because
some
that's like kryptonite like Kryptonians
yeah,
because they had a hard time breathing.
yeah, and I also like I like the prequel of I like the prequel of Goku's dad. I like that. That was a pretty good one. It was pretty sad, but that was a good one. I liked it. Uh, it was Kakarot, and he was I think that was his name, right? Kakarot, Goku's dad.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah,
good.
I like that one. I like that one too. It showed it saw him look into the future. It saw him that his son would be the one to basically destroy and beat Frieza. And yeah, it was like a very Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker type thing. You know, that's how I felt it was. Like at the end of Return of the
Okay.
Jedi. That's how I got that feeling, that resemblance, because it was like, oh, I had that resemblance of Return of the Jedi and like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and how Yoda felt like when Yoda was dying, or Yoda saw to the future, he could kind of see that it was going to be Luke that would be the one. And that even Princess Leia, when
Yeah.
she gave birth to Luke Skywalker, it's like they misread it, and it wasn't Darth Vader. It was technically Luke who would be the chosen one. So that's why I got it when I saw the Kakarot movie with Goku's dad, the prequel before Goku's born. Um,
Yeah.
that's how I got that same
The
feeling, the
yeah episode of
resemblance.
Bardock. Yeah,
There
episode
you
of
go,
Bardock. That's what it's called.
Bardock. There you go. That's the name. Um, that's the name, Bardock. And thanks for giving it structure, because I was calling him the wrong name.
No, no, Bardock, you got it.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, the that was a great movie, and then I just like the overall interaction between when Goku was little and Dragon Ball GT, and he was with Kid Trunks, and that was just a great little fusion, of little Go tanks, and it was entertaining for what
I
it
do.
was. I liked it. I liked it. I could watch it. It's just me. Um, uh, I got into One Piece for a bit. I got into One Piece, but the one show that they keep telling me to watch is One Punch Man. That's what they keep telling me to watch, and I haven't started it yet. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I see a lot of cosplayers dressed up as One Punch Man.
Yeah, I'm bald too, so I could do it. Well, actually, I'll be honest. Primal could actually pull off a Saitama look.
I was gonna say like Primal looks a lot like One Punch Man, or he looks a lot like Jason Statham from the Transporter. That's why I always call him Jason Statham because he's got that Transporter look vibe,
Well,
man.
he needs a
Otherwise,
12 o'clock shallow
he does
for
have
it
it. He
too.
has it. If you see his pictures when he's in the car in the suit, he has a 5 o'clock shadow. In his Instagram,
Oh,
he's like
okay.
this dude looks like he's a transporter because all he needs is the Audi. All he needs is the Audi, and he'll be fine.
Are you now?
You
That.
should invite. You should text
You
Primal to jump.
oh, it's Primal?
Yeah, so,
Yeah, I think I gotta ask. Well, we gotta get in touch with him and see if he wants to join. He might be busy tonight, but I'll send him one.
all right.
But
How about this? How about this? What's your favorite martial arts movie? Since you said you like ninjas and stuff, and you like the
arts
martial
movie
arts.
Enter the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon.
Yeah, the shit
Uh,
is it's it's so classic and tacked on, but it hits everything for me. We're
you know
talking
which
about
one?
like I said, but
Uh,
really you're talking about like martial arts in general. There's too many. But that would be
all
number
right.
one.
Let's do top three then. Top three. Top
Top
three.
three, okay. Okay.
That'll be more
Ooh, that's a little
simpler.
bit harder. Well, it's not
How's that
simpler.
harder?
It's just
I elongated the answer.
well because I just said one. But hold on. Okay, guys, let me think. So yes, Into the Dragon. That's one. Um, what was another one? A good one. Ong Bak. That's really good. I love that. Ong Bak's really good.
Gotta go savage in that movie.
Yeah, people go Savage in that. And Ant Man. Ant Man. Not even a question. Ant Man.
Yeah, it man is really good.
You couldn't pick any bad Ant Man movies. They're all damn good. That's why I say Ant Man in general. It won't matter.
Okay, so one of them for me, I gotta put the Raid up there. The Raid, it's one of my favorites. I don't know if you ever watched that one, The Raid.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, have you seen it? You haven't seen it?
Yes, I have.
Oh my god, I thought that was one of the most epic freaking ones I've ever seen of all time. Um, I do like mm, I like the Protector, but I
The
would
Protector's pretty
say
good.
um it's tough, man, because I love Bloodsport. It's a classic, but um shoot.
Not this
The Undisputed 2. Undisputed 2 and 3 with Scott Atkins as Yuri Boyka. God, that was a freaking awesome movie. Those
funny.
yeah. Have you ever seen those or no?
Repeat that one more time. Have I ever seen
Uh,
what?
Undisputed 2 or 3?
Undisputed? Yeah. I seen Undisputed. Oh, the Undisputed movies are good. I've seen them. Michael J. White in them?
Hell,
Hell yeah.
I
Ooh.
liked I liked Yuri
Well,
Boyka. I liked Yuri Boyka a lot
yeah.
too.
Yeah. Boyega? That was that his name?
Yeah, Boyka.
Remind me.
Is a
Boyega.
Yuri Boyka.
Yeah. Actually, like I said, I like the
That
one with Michael J. White. I still like the one with Michael J. White. That one was really damn good. I
yeah,
can't say
this
anything bad.
yeah, because
Like
that
that
was
fight was so good in the last one. Like that was really good.
the second movie and the third movie. If you watch the third one, because the second one was Michael J. White, the original one was actually with Ving Rhames and Wesley Snipes, I think.
Wesley Snipes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but the second and third one, epic. I like the Raid, epic. I also like the Protector and Ombak, epic. Um, uh, obviously, have you ever watched the movie Ninja Assassin? What did you think of that movie?
Ninja Assassin, that's one of my favorites. I haven't watched it in so long.
I watched it not too long ago, but that's a great movie. I commend the guy for his dedication to physically getting in shape and actually trying to do his legit or martial arts as much as he could. But yeah, so far I think I put Scott Atkins up there as a great martial artist. Tony Yaw, um, and the guy from the Raid. I can't remember his name. And
Tony Yaw's good.
Tony Yaw, Scott Atkins. I like Michael J. White. Don't get me wrong. I love Jean Claude Van Damme. Jean Claude Van Damme was one of my favorites back in his prime. Jean Claude Van
In
Damme.
its prime, but yeah, over time his movie started sucking, which is crazy.
Yeah,
I like how somebody pointed that out when it it's exactly how I felt. Bloodsport was the only one that was actually good. Wait. Bloodsport and Kickboxer. I think that was the Kickboxer, just those two.
yeah. I have Bloodsport and I want and Bloodsport. Bloodsport was like the adult version of Karate Kid to me. That's why I looked at Bloodsport. Bloodsport was like my adult version of Karate Kid, so that's why I like Bloodsport a lot. And obviously Jason Statham when he fights really well. And Jet Li fights really well. Um, yeah, and then I can't really think of much besides Bruce Lee, obviously being a classic, but um, yeah, that's about it. I think
Okay.
those are my
Yeah,
yeah
but I would say the Ninja Assassin was a guilty pleasure. That shit's crazy. Like I ain't gonna lie,
yeah
those are damn ninjas. Those are ninjas over Naruto any day of the week. Real ninjas
yeah.
don't fight each other in the broad open in the daylight.
They'll
They don't.
fucking they're silent and deadly.
They're
It's,
silent killers for a reason.
yeah, and I'm surprised nobody used Fearless or Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I'm surprised nobody's like you and me didn't name it.
Yeah, that Crouching Tiger. I gotta watch Crouching Tiger again.
Yeah, my dad liked Fearless also with Jet Li. My dad he liked that Fearless movie as well, where it's like an old school like
No,
the old
yeah,
like 1700s or something or 1800s or some shit.
somewhere around that
And
time. Yeah.
yeah, my dad liked it. And then my dad also liked you ever watched the one with Jet Li, the one?
I was just about to bring that movie up just now.
Yeah, my dad my dad and me liked it. I like that one. Yeah. All right, what's your favorite Marvel movies? What's your top three favorite Marvel movies?
Top three? Yo, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. That's hard.
Okay, top five. Let's
Ugh.
say top five. We can make a
Avengers,
longer list.
Avengers: Infinity War, Winter Soldier.
Top five. Let's do top five.
Mm, yeah, make it more easier for me.
You said Avengers, Infinity War, Winter Soldier, and what else?
Hold on. Uh, I might have to put Shang-Chi in that bitch now. Shang-Chi might have to be five.
I heard that one's really good. I haven't seen it yet.
Dude, I have nothing bad to say about Shang-Chi. I loved it. Actual, you talking about hand-to-hand combat movies? Throwing Shang-Chi in that.
Yeah,
Definitely throw that in there. Definitely throw that.
because
That's
the
top 10
because the
easy.
because the only hand-to-hand person that I liked watching fight was either Black Panther or Captain America, and sometimes like
For me,
but
Captain America ones are just really good. That's my dude. So I said, I said Shang-Chi. Uh, think, think. What was really good that you enjoyed? Probably Civil War. You can throw in Civil
yeah,
War in that one. That's four. Five.
yeah,
The first Iron Man. There.
okay.
That's what I'm gonna say.
So what's your list again? Say it. Repeat your list.
So Avengers: Infinity War, because that's my favorite. Um,
Hmm.
number two. Yeah. Number two, Winter Soldier. Number three, Shang-Chi. No order for him. I'm going to say, and I said Civil War, and then I said the first Iron Man.
Okay.
And
Yeah. So
even though
if
I like Black Panther, I wouldn't put it in my top five. It'd be top 10. And the reason
now
why is because that CG,
if now
because that
if we
CG, that last CG fight didn't work for me. But
yeah,
everything else did. It would have been a damn near perfect film had you not fucked that up.
yeah. I when if you were to compare the soundtracks of each Marvel movie, I would think that Black Panther arguably has the best soundtrack list besides Guardians One. But if we were naming it, like I said, my original question, which was your top five in your opinion, my top five are um uh wait, you don't have Endgame or you don't have the first Avengers movie in there in your list?
Say that, say that one more time. I don't have the first Avengers on my list.
Yeah, you don't have the first or last Avengers movie on your list. You just have
No, I
Infinity
don't.
War.
I said Infinity War because Infinity War is a perfect comic book film.
Yeah.
Endgame, as much as I love Endgame, and please believe that last battle was like 10 out of 10 for me, but nope.
What was missing for you in Endgame that Infinity War had?
Um, it, it takes a while to
It takes a while to what to start the movie, get into it.
say it again, Marcus. I'm sorry, I cut out. Say it again.
I said, is it? You said it's because it's a slow build up movie. Is that what it is? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
I'm not saying it's
okay.
negatively a bad thing. Um,
But it's because we already know the movies and the characters already, so it shouldn't be.
yeah,
You
we do.
shouldn't have to
Yeah,
build a. Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
shouldn't
Well,
build it
I
up
agree.
like the
I
same.
agree with you with that. I think Endgame for me is one of my more favorite ones because all the Easter eggs and references and it being Stan Lee's like one of Stan Lee's last movies, I believe, to feature in the Marvel movie, and then um, uh, I would agree. Civil War is another good one. I like Guardians. Guardians is a great one for me. I like the first Guardians. Um, so I said Guardians, Avengers Endgame, Winter Soldier, Civil War. Um, what's the other one? Um, uh, I like Thor 3. I like Thor Ragnarok. I think those are five already, right? Those are five.
Mm,
Yeah,
interesting. Interesting
yeah.
observation.
So
It's just
yeah,
that
so
for
from
me, I love it. Trust me. Please believe that the Cap versus Thanos fight and the Iron Man versus Thanos fight, like in each both of those movies, I love both of them. And please believe I love Cap's. Oh, one is not better than the other when they both go one on one with Thanos.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I would have.
Because for me, because let's talk about the fights. In Infinity War, bro, we have so many fights and they're just like so damn well good. Ain't
Yeah,
nothing
that's
gonna
true.
take that from me. I went to go see that movie three times in theaters, bro. Are you kidding me? when I was in Florida, they had like the best freaking theater, best seats and everything. Dude, oh, nothing's gonna take away that experience I experienced when I watched both of those movies. Just think, dude, literally Thanos just dropping a moon on Iron Man in the theater. I was like, hell yeah, bro. I literally had chills down my spine when I saw that. I was like, bro, he's
Yeah.
just flexing. He's just flexing when he grabbed that with the powers thing, and I mean, just threw it. I'm like, dude, and
Again, and I agree with you because if I didn't add Endgame, I would have had Infinity War in there. But overall, to me, like um, that they were all great. Like almost
yeah,
every Avenger movie was great. I even like Avengers Age of Ultron. The only thing that was lacking for me in Ultron was the buildup of the villain was kind of like short filled. But I love
yep,
the villain because the villain was one of the best things of the whole movie. But I just, uh, I just, I didn't like how MCU, like Kevin Feige and them, they rushed the character and then they didn't have Hank Pym because Hank Pym was one of the actual creators of Ultron besides Tony Stark. You know, he was
bingo.
actually the comics. Hank Pym technically created it along with Tony, and
He did.
and that's what I like overall about. Even though I like Ant Man, the first one, I love the story of how they are with each other and the vibe. But I just don't like. I wish we would have got like a young Hank Pym and
Yeah, I wish I got
still
Hank
be able.
Pym in his younger days.
Yeah, and then not only that, but like the Fantastic Four that they're gonna make. I'm interested. They're gonna make the Secret Invasion story arc with the Skrulls, which is one of my favorites. One of the reasons
Yeah,
why I love that story arc in Marvel is because of the cross hybrids with the superpowers they mix with the Skrulls with the Earth's mightiest heroes, where they fuse the powers and abilities with the Skrulls, which I always thought was awesome. The Super Skrull and like the Wolverine Skrull or like the Spider-Man Skrull, the Hulk Skrull. I'm interested to see how that happens. And
yeah, they did that in a series called Earth's Mightiest Heroes,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah,
done very
yeah.
well.
I watched that cartoon. That was one of my favorite
I love
cartoons
that.
too. And
I love
I
that,
love that
man.
cart. I
Avengers
got
Earth's
mad.
Mightiest Heroes was so damn good.
I got
Oh,
mad when they canceled it after 2 seasons. I was like, man, this shit
yeah,
would have
man,
gone for another
it,
for
it
four or
was gonna go
five
for
seasons.
three or four probably. I don't know if it was going for five, but like four. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
that
yeah. I
because
would have seen four and it would have been fine.
I'd make a protest to put that shit back on, bro. I want a continuation of what I was gonna do.
Yeah, but then they did a
Because
different
we got Beta Ray
Avengers.
Bill in second season, bro. I was so happy to see Beta Ray Bill. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
such a Beta Ray Bill fanboy, man.
yeah.
You man, he looked good
Beta.
with the gold and
Did you see
Stormbreaker. I
the
was like, hell yeah.
did Did you see the Easter reference to him in Thor Ragnarok when they're facing the when they're going to this
Yeah,
Coliseum? You saw
yeah.
the reference and he was
His
right
head was
there.
mounted on the buildings
Yeah,
on the
because
plate.
he was one of the prior
One of the
champions there.
champions. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like, bro, I really want to see Beta Ray Bill, man.
and
Beta
I,
Ray
I
Bill is
thought we
so
were gonna
awesome,
see
bro.
him when it showed his face right there, but then Hulk must have kicked his ass or some shit because that's what he did in the Planet Hulk movie and in
Oh,
the
dude, Planet Hulk is such a great movie. I have nothing
yeah
bad to say about it. I have nothing
yeah
negative to say about that movie. I watch it religiously
they want to
every
make
year.
a World War Hulk and that'll be a great movie too, but
Actually, I
they'd have
wonder.
to
Hold on,
bring
I wonder if I can show something. I wonder if I can show that. Hold on. Let's see if we can get that on here. See if we can get that scene on here. Hold on. I don't know if I can add a video clip, but let's see if we can. Cause no, cause I think you can share things. But hold on.
I like Deadpool. Deadpool's one of my favorite characters and Venom and Deadpool are some of my favorite characters there as well. Like they're my top out of my top five characters in Marvel. I'd have to make a top 10 list because the list would be good, but it's just me.
Yeah.
Deadpool and Venom have to be on that list for my top 10.
I think. Hold on. See if I can get Planet. Cause like I said, I have it on here. So let's see. If I can get the. Hold on. One of my favorite lines is when he says, "Hulk, you have my sympathy." He said one of it. He said he said the disc in your chest and in mine demands that we do battle. And he says, "You have my sympathy." because it will not be me. Well, while he's really beating him in the face with the hammer, I'm laughing. I'm like, yo, Beta Red Bill is that goat. He's the goat. Hold on, if I can find it real quick.
You know who's another great superhero that doesn't really get his due justice? Nova.
Oh, Nova. Yeah, Nova is a Green Lantern technically. The
Yeah,
Nova Corps are
exactly.
like Green Lanterns. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, here we go.
but his
I found
powers are
it for
cool.
you.
But oh yeah, there's a scene.
Or be the latest victim of the planet's most notorious outlaw. The one-man army that nearly toppled Crown City. Prepare yourselves for... Action!
Yeah, like I said,
And he's supposed to be like part horse, right? Part horse.
something. He's something. But we have to comment. All right, guys, we're gonna commentate on this a little bit because this is this is like
Fair
one of my
use.
favorite Marvel characters. Yo, fair use, fair use.
Copyright,
Beta
fair
Ray,
use.
Beta Ray's look at Beta Ray's outfit, man. People said it looks like Thor's. It's completely different from Thor's. It's Asgardian like, but it's very
Yeah,
different. The only thing he
cause
has
hit.
similar to Thor is the only thing he has similar to Thor is the helmet. That's really what it is.
Yeah,
That makes him
yeah. The
identical.
helmet, the helmet, and the circles on his chest,
Chest, yep.
the spheres, and
And, yep,
and yep.
and he has yeah, he's got the gold rocking for him. Like that's he has superhuman strength, guys.
You got,
I hold no
Note
guilt
about killing. Oh, and the voice actor. I love the voice actor too. I rock with him.
that guy looks a lot like the Thing from Fantastic Four. I think it's supposed to
He
be part of
does.
like his family or some
That's
shit.
Hulk.
that's
I
actually
know
supposed to be
you.
Korg.
The halls of Asgard echo
Yeah.
with
Tales of your rage.
They ain't heard nothing yet.
That's one of my favorite lines.
Damn.
And this version of Hulk I like a lot too. This is World. Remember, this is World War Hulk. So which means he's a lot stronger.
I act by the will of others, Hulk. The disc in my chest and in yours demand that one of us must die. You have my sympathy, because it will not
be me.
Savage.
Yeah. I mean, actually, let's really give credit to like these people right here. Like, what they're able to do is actually put like a top tier fighter against Hulk, which is pretty much what you need to do. It can't be like Iron Man or any of those cats. It has to be like these cats, because they're the only ones that can actually give Hulk any comp. To be honest.
by the prophets.
Now, granted, I do like the fact that the Hulk
I gotta
blood.
rewatch this movie.
Yeah, dude, it's really good. Don't worry, we're just gonna finish the Beta Ray Bill soon, because I want people to see how dangerous Beta Ray Bill is, but also OP. Everybody knows how OP Hulk is. Who wouldn't want that hammer? It's literally a hammer and an axe at the same time. Very good job, Stanley, Steve Ditko, all these cats who have made Marvel characters. You guys really thought outside the box.
You broke the disc. I'm free.
Here it comes. Yo, Marcus, bro. He gave him the Shoryuken, bro. Fair use, guys. Fair use.
Savage.
Yeah. Exactly. That's how hard I'm gonna go on somebody who touches my girl, my wife, or my kids. That's what's gonna happen to you. I will beat you to a bloody death to a coma. If you're even lucky to survive that from that rage. Because when our rage comes out,
The king has to let us go now. We're free.
like I said, so when the king, like I said, because when it comes out, guys. All right. We're all good there.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great movie. And even though in Thor Ragnarok they did that storyline, they kind of meshed it with the Contest of Champions like app game, because they had like an app game, but
Hmm.
they also had like the storyline of Planet Hulk, and they kind of mixed it in with Thor Ragnarok. I just felt like maybe that could have been its own Hulk movie, and then other Marvel characters would have jumped in there. And like they had in the audience, they had Easter references to different characters in there too when they were doing their fighting tournament in that movie. Um, but yeah, like for a question I had asked earlier for a top 10 list, I said top 10 overall Marvel heroes. Who would
Yeah.
you put? And I said for me, I don't count Venom.
I want you to watch this real quick. This is real short. There's an anime that has the exact same thing as Dragon Ball. Watch this. It's a parody. You see it? You see it, Marcus?
Wow. Is this a parody or is this an actual
Yeah,
show?
it's a parody, bro. It's the exact same thing.
But this it's not an actual show, right? The on the bottom.
No, it is. It is. It is.
What is it called?
It's called Hack a Doll.
Hack a Doll?
Hack a Doll, yeah.
And they're copying basically everything that's Dragon Ball Z to them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Watch this. Ooh.
Bastards.
She got it from both sides.
このままではゼロ号はこの会場ごと消滅させてしまう。
Hey,
私の好きだった会場やオタクた
this is
ちを
bullshit.
守ってやってくれ。
This is one of my favorite
余
androids.
計なお世話だ。出来損ないめ。
Yo, man, Super Saiyan 2. That's so hilarious. We're not show anybody this. See, they one here, Kamehameha, like they're
Savage.
Yep. I just wanted to show you
Savage.
that.
What a fucking biters.
Savage.
Copycats. Copycats.
Yeah, I know. But
Fucking
guess what?
copycats, bro.
But guess what? That's only on the last episode they did that.
Like,
And
oh.
then- yeah, that was the last episode they did that, from what I remember. But
I did not like
But,
that. I did not like that
answer
one
to your
bit. I did not like that.
no, they don't. Nobody does, dude.
That's a disrespect to Walsey.
Nah, that's just some.
Such a-
like I said, that was just like a homage to freaking DBZ references. Is what they did. It's a parody, kind of like what Gintama does. They do parodies of all types of the shonen cliches and all that. That's really what it is. I mean, like I said, Saitama's a parody of the superhero genre. That's really what that is. And that's really what One Punch Man is. It's satire. Parody, but still satire.
Yeah.
Now, what was the question you wanted to ask me?
I said, I was naming my list of top 10 Marvel heroes. And I was going to start
Marvel
with,
heroes? Okay.
yeah. So for me, I put, and yes, you can count anti-heroes to the list as well. So for me, I'd have to put, and this is in no specific order, my list. But my list would be, Wolverine is one of them. Wolverine's one of my favorites. The other is I'm gonna include Venom and Deadpool in
Venom?
there.
Okay.
Venom, Deadpool. I'd also include I mean obviously I like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's cool, he's entertaining. Great gallery of villains. And I like Thor. Thor's cool. Hulk. Is that 6 already? That's 6 of them?
Yeah.
I think that's
keep
6.
going. Keep
And
talking,
then and Oh, I guess I'd have to go with Iron Man. I have to go Iron Man. Um, uh, I'm at 7. Right now I'm at 7. So I'd have to include Black Panther as one of them. Black Panther in the
Okay.
comics.
Yeah, Black Panther in the comics, he's freaking like he's better than Batman. Like he preps for like Thanos. I mean, he doesn't prep for Thanos. He preps for Galactus. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then that's 8. So I already added the Hulk in there. Hulk's already in there. Uh, I'm thinking for 9 and 10. Duh. Um, Nova and Silver Surfer.
Okay, number one for me, Silver Surfer, because he's my favorite character. Number one, he's kind of neutral. So I don't know if they call him superhero, but like he has heroish. He's technically aligned with good. And Silver Surfer
Yeah,
combined with Mjolnir beats Thanos. That's already been a comic that's been shown that he can do it. So yeah, Silver Surfer number one. That's my dude. Scarlet Witch number three. Captain America, Black Panther. Those two in there. My favorite. Wolverine, throwing Wolverine. No, actually, screw that. Take Wolverine out and give me X-23, his daughter. I like her more because she's faster. I
yeah,
love what they've done with it. I love what they've done with their character. You know, the whole father-daughter thing. I love that.
yeah. Logan was a great
Um,
movie. Logan's one of my
Logan was really
favorite
great.
Marvel movies.
Yeah, I'm
One of my
actually
favorite
glad they did
Marvel.
her. Yeah, yeah, I'm glad they actually did her character. And I kind of want to see her as a
Yeah,
teenager, like a 16-year-old kicking ass.
yeah.
Um, so how many did I name? I think I named. Okay, I said Silver Surfer. I said Scarlet Witch, Black Panther, Captain America. Okay, there.
That's 4, right?
Thor. Yeah,
That's,
yeah. That's four. Give me Thor. Give me Thor. Give me Sentry.
oh yeah, because he's like the Marvel Superman, right?
Normal Superman. Yeah, he's the power of a million exploding suns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sentry.
I was gonna
Mm,
add Sentry
give me.
also. But I was too
Get,
late.
okay. Okay. Now to give more of my females some love. Give me Captain Marvel. She's OP as hell. Comic version, I do like. She's OP. I
Yeah,
like her a lot.
overpowered as fuck.
No, she's not that overpowered. She's overpowered, but ain't that not that overpowered. Superhero. I got three more. Yeah, guys, let me know if I missed any. Because I said Sentry too.
Yeah, you said
Five,
Sentry,
six.
X-20.
Oh wait. Did I say X-23 and then I said Sentry? Pretty sure I said
I
Sentry
bel
last. Yeah, entry last. So yeah, that's 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm pretty sure I got three more left. All right.
yeah,
Okay. Technically, he can be either good or bad, but Magneto. I love Magneto. I really do love Magneto.
Like,
He's really cool.
yeah,
So he could be villain or hero. He really can't because he's switched from that. Yeah.
yeah. I call him an
Um,
anti-hero. He's an anti-hero.
Anti-hero.
Yeah,
Okay, give me. Okay, thanks for reminding me, dude. Give me Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider. I love Robbie Reyes
yeah.
as Ghost
Is it
Rider.
because of
He's
that
awesome.
show? Isn't he in that Agents of
Yes,
Shield?
yes, man. I would watch a whole series on him as Ghost Rider, man. Yo, man, shout out to the Hispanics, man. Robbie Reyes is my dude. I love the whole story with him and his brother. I love that a lot.
Yeah,
I love that a lot, man. He's trying to do he's trying to do what he needs to do for his family, and he's being a brother looking
yeah.
out for his little brother who's handicapped. Respect that, man. Shout out to my man Robbie Reyes. Um, yeah, shout out to my Latino brothers out there. Um, so 10. Who we gonna give him? Who we gonna get a 10 spot to? Um, I mm, mm, this is hard. Come on, look on my wall. Who do I got that's reminding me of Marvel that I like a lot? You know what? Give me favorite heroes. Favorite heroes. Yeah, I picked a lot of powerful ones. I'm talking about ones I do like. Spider-Man. You could throw in Spider-Man in that. Spider-Man beats him.
So repeat your list again.
So okay, I remember. So it's Silver Surfer, Scarlet Witch, uh, Captain America, Black Panther. Oh, I just thought of. Oh, I might have to switch out somebody. X-23.
X-23.
Yeah. I'm not switching her out, but X-23 was 5. Um, Sentry was 6. Wait, then I missed
Yeah.
another man. I said Sentry, and then I think I said Thor. I think I said no. I said Magneto. That's
You said
7 right there.
you said Thor though. You also said Thor.
No. I think I took out. Like I said, I don't think I said Thor. So let me go over it again. I'll go over it quickly. Captain America was 4.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said Black Panther, Captain America, and then I said, "Are you good over there, my man?"
Yeah, no, I just said it's cold over here. It's cold over
You
here.
outside?
No, I'm inside. I closed the window because I was
Oh, okay.
coughing.
Okay. Make sure you're all right. Um. So yeah, I said, yeah, that, and then I said X-23, and then I said Sentry, then I said Magneto, which is 7, and then
Captain
my
Marvel.
yeah, Captain Marvel. Thanks for reminding me. Then I said Robbie Reyes, and then 10. I said Spider-Man. I'll switch out Spider-Man for Namor. I love Namor. Namor is a beast. As much as I love Spider-Man, I
So
give Spider-Man all the love from every other character. Spider-Man is one of my favorites, but I'll probably put him 11
yeah,
because I like Namor more. Namor can fly, and he has that underwater, unmeasurable strength. He beat Hulk underwater. He literally beat him
oh
underwater.
yeah.
That's crazy. But
I
yeah,
mean,
those are my 10
pe-
favorites.
okay. So your last two were what again? Your last two were Namor and what?
No, no, my last 2 were Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, and Namor. I
Okay,
switched Namor for.
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
And what was your eighth again? Your eighth?
8th was Captain Marvel.
Okay. All
So
right.
I got 3 girls in there. Shamar Swift. Cause we got some OP girls in
Yeah.
there. We do got some OP girls in Marvel. I named like 2 of them just now. Scarlet Witch and Cat Marvel. But yeah. And I have
Captain
X-23 in there.
Marvel.
She's awesome. Yeah. So those ten are my favorites. Like I said, and guys, this was just off the whim of my head. So yeah. I kind of just put it together on the spot. But Silver Surfer was always number 1 for me. Like not without hesitation. I
Yeah.
love Silver Surfer. His are the only powers I would want. I can breathe in space. I can survive black holes and wormholes.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's
I can
true.
fly.
That's why.
I can fly and
Exactly.
fire cannot burn my skin, which is crazy. That's how I beat Human Torch every time in a fight. No contest.
Yep.
Even if he went supernova, it still wouldn't do anything to him. That's the crazy part. but yeah, those are my 10 favorites. Any other questions, Jeff?
I guess top 10 Marvel villains.
Oh, that's a tall order. Okay. Dormammu, number 1.
Damn,
Give
you're
me
going all
Saber.
the way to the top.
Yeah. Give me Galactus.
Huh?
Give me Doc Doom. That's 3. Sabretooth for Wolverine. Um, Kang the Conqueror. That's 5. That's far.
Ooh, King the
Ult-
Conqueror.
Give me Ultron. That's 6. That's 6 right there. Now I got 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 4 more. The Mandarin from the actual books, because he's one of Tony's favorite villains.
That's true.
Yeah, I rock with him. Like that's it. That's actually Tony Stark's Joker. Um, villain. Carnage. Give me Carnage.
Oh, Carnage.
Yeah, Carnage is awesome. I could say Venom, but I've already got Carnage. Carnage is over Venom, and I love Venom too. So that's 7, right? That's 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8, 9, 10. I'm forgetting somebody. I said Dormammu already. I said Kang. Who am we forgetting? We're forgetting somebody. I don't really care for Ronan.
What about Mr. Sinister or Apocalypse or something?
Yeah, Apocalypse. Apocalypse. I fuck with Apocalypse. Um, probably. Yeah, yeah. I probably.
You got
Uh,
you got MODOK. You have Galactus.
yeah. I said
Uh,
Galactus already. you know.
you
You
got
know. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you thought of MODOK because they put him in the game finally in that Avengers game that you played. I remember when I beat it. That was nice that they did
yeah,
that. Um,
yeah.
Let me think. Who else we got?
Did you wait
Oh,
for
oh,
that
oh,
Easter?
oh! I know. Oh, I know the Enchantress. Don't give me the Enchantress. That's 7. That's 7.
What about
3 more.
uh
Oh
what
no, wait,
about
wait, hold on. Oh no, wait. I think I said Ultron. I think I said Ultron. So I might have only 3 more left. 8, 9, 10.
yeah, you said
I said
Ultron in your
Ultron.
beginning. I think you said like
Yeah.
fourth or
So
fifth.
yeah, I'm gonna
Uh,
go through my list later on. But I'm trying to think who else we got that I not that I like. Yeah, Red Hulk. Give me Red Hulk. I like Red Hulk as a villain. Um, I
well,
forget
he joins
somebody.
the
Wait,
Avengers.
at one point he does, but he goes on and off. Kind of want him to be a villain. If he's not a good. If he's good now, then I won't use him. But hold on, villain, 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 villain.
But Mr. Sinister or how
I
about
like, I like, I like him, but somebody better than him.
man? Oh, what
But
about a
either
Super Scroll? You're forgetting out Super
Super Scroll.
Scroll.
Okay, 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 okay. Super Scroll. You could throw Super Scroll in there. I'm forgetting somebody. Who am I forgetting? Thanos. That's who I was forgetting. Thanos. Okay, that's still my list. Thanos. That should be 10.
All right, you got a pretty good. You got a top tier villain list. How about all right, it's my turn now.
Yeah, your turn.
My turn. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them would be the king of the symbiotes, the King Null,
Oh no,
the
no.
yeah, the symbiote god himself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'd have to go with it was Kang the Conqueror is one of them. Kang the Conqueror. Uh, I'd also have to go with no Kang the Conqueror.
Yep.
Um, Galactus. I always have to go Galactus. The World Devourer. Shit.
Still thinking? Oh, he left. Hmm. Yeah, he dropped. He's back. Okay, there we go.
My bad. I was on the middle of it. It was no, the king of the symbiotes, the god of the symbiotes, and then it was Kang,
Yeah.
Galactus, uh, uh, shit. He's on the top of my tongue. Annihilus,
Mm-hmm.
Annihilus. They
Annihilus. Okay.
Annihilus. A fifth one would be obviously I like the Super Scroll villain.
Right.
6 would be I guess I'd have to go with I like the Mephisto.
Okay.
They don't really mention him that much lately. Uh, I know he came on that Ghost Rider movie with Nicolas Cage, but he was like a white guy version of him. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, Mephistopheles, but his actual code name is Mephisto, aka the Marvel Devil. Um, and then
The Marvel Devil Mask.
yeah, and who did you say? Dormammu. Dormammu was one of them. But
Yeah.
I didn't like the way he looked in Doctor Strange because I was comparing him to the way he looked in the Spider-Man or animated series and then the um in the comics and in the video games of like Marvel's Capcom, he looks way cooler than he did in the movie. Uh,
Okay.
Dormammu. Uh, was a great villain for the Avengers or Spider-Man. Was a great villain. I like Omega Red for some reason. Omega Red to me stands
Omega
out.
Red. Okay. Omega Red's cool.
Omega Omega Red's interesting. How many do I name so far? 8 or 7?
I can't remember.
Because it was Null, it was Kang, it was Galactus, and it was Annihilus.
Yeah.
So Null,
You
Kang,
said
Galactus,
Annihilus. Okay.
Annihilus, Annihilus, Super Scroll.
Mm-hmm.
The Super Scrolls are 5 already. Who did I just name right now? I had just named
Yeah,
Omega
see, this
Red,
is
Omega Red, Omega Red. Carnage is obviously one of the great villains as well. Carnage. Uh,
okay.
uh, three. Through there's three. There's 3 left for me.
Right.
Mm, mm, oh,
Yeah.
I had already. Mephisto. Mephisto, who was one of them I just named right now. Mephisto, Dormammu. So I have one left. I have one villain.
Dormammu.
I have one villain spot left. Mm, who the hell could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be? Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom. I forgot. How can I leave out Doctor Doom? I gotta have Doctor Doom in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh. We'll probably wrap it up in like 10 minutes. So I guess any questions you want to ask me or questions I might have, we'll get started. Because the guys, to anybody who's watching this, like, I'm letting him ask me questions so that I can figure things out. Today I'm just kind of relaxing. See,
Favorite Marvel.
if you pick
Favorite top 3 favorite Marvel story arcs.
Marvel story arcs, not Civil War. But
Marvel Zombies. Marvel Zombies.
yeah, yeah, that might work. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna honest. I don't think I really have a favorite. Secret Invasion. I love Secret Invasion.
That's always a great
Um,
one. Great one.
yeah, dude, I don't give a damn. I think that I want a movie of that so bad. They're
Well,
making a
they're making
series
the
based on it. Yeah, they're
yeah.
making a series on it, but I want a movie. F that. I want a movie.
I don't care if it's 2.5, 3 hours long. The movie, that shit better
Yeah,
be good.
I'd watch it. I'd watch it those 3 hours. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because they did that with the whole and Avengers of Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and
Yeah.
the build up for it was good. So okay, so Secret Invasion, Marvel story arcs. I like Superior Spider-Man. I like the no, the Spider-Man arc where he meets Silk. I love that. I love that because I like Silk.
Do you like the Spider-Man suit where it's like the cosmic, where he's like basically like a Silver Surfer type Spider-Man? Do
I
you
don't
like
really
that
care for
one?
that look. I don't really care for that look.
It's kind of like a navy blue with like white cosmic silver.
Yeah, white
You know what
cosmic.
I'm
I know
talking
what
about?
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just don't care for that look, that
Yeah,
design. It wasn't
yeah,
working for me.
yeah.
So I said Secret Invasion, and then I said the Arc with Silk. I'm gonna go with Annihilation.
Oh, there you go with the nihilist. I named he's
Annihilation.
the
Yeah,
nihilist. There you
and I'm gonna
go.
I'm gonna go with the Onslaught art. The Onslaught with
Oh, Magneto,
Charles
Magneto.
Magneto and Charles
Oh,
Xavier thing. Like, yeah, that motherfucker's powerful. Avengers Disassembled, and I got one more. Guys, let me if I went past it. Um, there was no such thing as Goblin War, in that I don't think so. So let me think. Because the thing is, I'm okay. So the
what about Secret
okay, so
Wars?
Secret
Secret
Wars is
Wars.
Secret Wars is pretty good, but I like the and I like Infinity.
Infinity
Infinity.
Gauntlet. Infinity Gauntlet
Well, no, not
series.
Infinity Gauntlet. The one after Infinity Gauntlet is Infinity
Infinity
when
Sword.
Thanos comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Thanos comes back and his son has to freeze him up, and the Avengers
Yeah.
fight him on Earth. I like that one
Okay.
because Hulk was strapped to a star. He was weighing that down on his body.
Yeah.
You had so it was because it's one where Captain America, Hyperion, Captain Marvel, Hulk,
Wasn't like Cat?
and
Wasn't Adam Warlock? Adam Warlock was in it too,
Thor.
right?
No. Adam Warlock wasn't in that fight. When in the Infinity story. No. When I say Infinity, I don't mean Infinity Gauntlet. I mean Infinity. You have to look that up.
Oh,
That's when
okay.
his son. Remember, Thanos is coming back to Earth to kill his son because his
Oh,
son is the only
okay.
one who can technically stop him.
Oh,
And then the
okay.
Avengers get sent to meet the Beyonders and whatever. And then they
Uh,
realize Earth is being attacked. And then they send like a couple last Avengers to get down there. So it's Thor, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Hyperion, Hulk. Forgetting somebody. I think it's just five that got sent down
well,
there.
isn't Hyperion a villain though? Hyperion
Hyperion
is
turns
a
into a good
villain.
guy. At one point, he's a villain. He turns into a good guy.
So then basically Marvel has two Supermen
He ain't that strong compared to
compared
Sentry.
to
No,
I don't know.
compared to Sentry, no.
Well, I thought the counterpart to
Eh,
Sentry was Hyperion.
The Sentry was well, no. Sentry is the power of a million exploding suns. His potential with with the void is just beating the hell out of. Even without the void, he's beating the shit out of Hyperion. But
Damn.
yeah, but let's see. My question for you: name your top six Pokemon. We'll end it
Oh,
right
top
there.
six.
Yeah, that's the last
Top.
question. Give me yours.
Well, I gotta
You go
go with
first.
Mewtwo. Mewtwo is one of my favorites.
Smart man.
Mewtwo. Mewtwo. Uh,
A man
I
of
love
culture.
I love uh I love water Pokemon, so I gotta go with Blastoids. Blastoids is one of my favorites. As you gotta need water. If you get dehydrated, you're gonna need water. So him, and then I gotta go with um for some reason I like Entei. Entei was one of my favorites for some reason.
Yeah,
Um
the third movie, To Know the
yep,
Unknown. That's why we
yep,
became Entei.
yeah. Entei, Mewtwo, a
The Fire
Squirtle,
Rider.
or sorry, Blastoise. Um
Got three more.
uh, yeah, three more. What's the name of that one? Uh, I gotta go with the martial arts one, which is like Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan was
Him
one of
on
my
top.
favorites.
Wait,
Yeah,
him on top. Him on chan. Which one?
Hitmonchan. Wait,
Him on.
which was the one that was a martial arts one? It was more of a martial arts one.
Okay, there was Hitmonlee, which is a kicker. Hitmon Champ is the punch. Him on top
Hmm.
is the spinning one, and then there's Ty Rogue. But It's just those three.
Okay, so it's gonna be between Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. And then I think after that it'd have to be damn, this is tough. So I haven't been quizzed that much on Pokemon lately. I named 5 already, right? Did I name 5?
Yeah, you got 5. You need one more.
All right, I have to go with one of the more
Actually, I think you have 2 more. I'm terrible. Yeah. I think you
yeah
got one more. It doesn't matter, guys. I'm
yeah
tired as hell right now. Let's go.
uh okay, it's gonna have to be one of the more powerful Pokemon. So I was about to say Yu-Gi-Oh for a moment, but Pokemon.
When you say Yu-Gi-Oh?
I was about to drop Yu-Gi-Oh for some reason.
Oh, okay,
Yu-Gi-Oh or,
Lugia.
or Digimon.
I think you're probably gonna. I think you're gonna say Lugia, maybe.
No, damn, this is tough. Uh,
Oh, by the way, you could throw a legendary in there if you want. I wasn't just limited to non-legendaries.
can you like start naming some legendaries so I might remember some of them because I haven't.
Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno, Lugia. You already said Mewtwo already. Mew, Entei,
Uh,
Suicune, Raikou,
uh,
Celebi.
okay, is there a way that you can search for the pictures on your thing and put it on the side, like the way you were just watching that clip? But could you do the images for the legendary ones?
Yeah. Okay, hold
Let me
on.
see, all right, so I did for my last one, so I could like see. So, because I got a bad memory when it comes to the look. I remember like some of
Got
the
a bad
names, but I can't
memory.
remember the look.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I can picture them, I just can't match their name to them. Like I remember the names, but I can't match them to their name because it's been so long since I've seen them.
Hold on.
I know there's like a huge market for like money for like trading cards of it right now for
Yeah.
collectibles and like merch.
How's that one? As soon as I put that up, your dog started barking. He's jealous,
Yeah.
or she's jealous.
Yeah, she's jealous.
Yeah.
I
Does
guess
that
I have
help
to
you
go
out?
with yeah. I'd have to go with Zapdos. Zapdos.
All right. Okay, that's your 6. Got you. Um. Okay, guys. For me, no, actually, no. No, I'm not even going to answer the question. For me, so I'll end it on this question. This will be him. Name. I wanted to say 4. I think that's kind of fair because it might get the chat. Name me 2 Sailor Scouts from Sailor Moon that you like.
Sailor Scouts.
Name 2 that you like.
Uh, all right. I guess because I haven't watched Sailor Moon in a while, so I guess I'd have to go with.
And there is one that looks Latina, by the way. I want to let you know. And you know which one. You know which one. You know which one. Yeah. Man of culture.
I can see that. I can see that.
Mm-hmm. Trust me. If we had said 3, she'd be number 3. You know what? Screw it. 3. Name 3. Because that way she beat everybody's list. I don't want to take her off that list.
I guess I'd have to go with Jupiter.
Okay, lightning chick. Okay.
I have to go with Jupiter. I'll probably go with Mercury
Good
and
man. My dude. Okay. That's why that's like
yeah,
the best one to me. Go
yeah,
ahead.
Mercury, Jupiter, and I like brunette, so I'd have to go with Mars.
Well,
I'd
Mars
have to
isn't
go.
brunette. Jupiter's brunette.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
Jupiter's
okay.
brunette.
Oh,
Mars has
oh,
black hair.
okay. Well, then I have to go with the other blonde, which is Venus.
Oh,
Is it
Venus.
Venus?
He got some
Okay.
good picks here. He got some good picks. Okay.
So
Okay, so
so
this is
Mercury,
Venus.
Jupiter, and Venus.
Okay, guys. Funny enough, me and him are gonna have two of the same. So Mercury, I like short hair girls, short blue hair girls. That's always been my thing. And she's intelligent. We can have a conversation, and she actually would probably make a good wife and a doctor. That's what's up. I wouldn't mind having her. I wouldn't mind marrying Mercury.
Wow.
Um, yeah,
This
because I like
conversation
girls.
took a turn. This conversation took a turn.
Yeah. So Mercury for number one. Number two, Venus. There's actually a song called Venus from Japanese. No, is it Japanese or no K-pop? K-pop. I'm pretty sure it's K-pop from Shinhwa, if I'm not mistaken. No, they're Japanese. I'm sorry, they're Japanese. Shinhwa. And there's a literally a song called "My Love Venus." Venus is my number two.
Wow. Venus, my
Venus.
love. Venus, my love.
Well, actually, it's not sung like that. It's "You're my love, love Venus." That's what it said. But yeah, she's
Whatever,
number two.
man.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. I know Bulldozer just held the fun. So no, and my number three is my Latina. My Latina. I don't have queens, but she'll be the queen of my kids.
Savage.
Sheila Pluto. Pluto.
Okay.
It's funny
All right.
thing, and Pluto's not even a fucking planet anymore. That's the
So
funny
we
part.
got we got similar tastes in women. I could tell
Yeah,
because
man.
for
Dude,
me
she's
for me
Latina.
it,
Like, listen, she's Latina, bro. I
yeah
don't care what anyone says. She has the look of a
yeah
Latina. The shade, the color. Yeah, she is Latina, bro. Don't argue with me.
yeah yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
and not
not
to
gonna
mention
argue
she
with.
has
I will not
communication.
argue with you. Yeah, I will not argue with
Actually,
you on
she's
that.
18. By the way, she's 18. By the way, she's like a full
You
grown adult.
18 or
So you
what?
are. No, I'm saying Pluto's 18. She's
Yeah.
the oldest.
So for me, my top three races of women are Latinas, Asian women, and white girls. White girls if she's hot enough for me. And I'll take a black chick that's
I'm gonna
hot.
give it,
I'll take a black chick that's hot, but she has got to be feminine and submissive. That's all I'm saying.
guys. Guys, on the next stream I make tomorrow or Monday, I'll give you the answer to the question. Tonight I'm not gonna do that shit.
Yeah, I just gave a quick thing,
Okay,
man.
but okay, man. Guys, thanks for chilling with us. Marcus, do you have anything you want to say?
No, I loved it. I love the conversations. I love our trivia questions. I always get into these kind of questions when it comes out like movies, TV shows, books, characters, like favorite villains, favorite playlists, favorite music. We gotta do some for music because I love music.
Oh
I used to
yeah,
play
we're gonna do
instruments
a
and
music one.
I used
Yeah,
to
we'll
do
do
I
a
used to
music
play
stream, bro.
instruments. Yeah, I used to do instruments. I used to sing before, so and I sing in Spanish, so it helps with the ladies too, especially when you sing in a
Yeah,
different language.
I sing in Japanese, so I'm a little different.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. I was hoping for
Moricho.
some soul music. Some soul music would love the women. I love that soul music, man. I do love soul music, but
Okay,
uh,
good man.
yeah,
I mean,
and
like I said, if you really want some good. Oh no, no, man, I'm not gonna do that now. I'm just gonna make a recommendation. Listen to Persona
yeah,
5 music. Listen to Persona 5 music, man. It's really good. Jazz,
yeah,
the music, the
yeah,
voices, the singing is really good, man. I tell people like that. That game is an addiction to music. I swear. That's
yeah.
why so many
Okay.
people talk
Uh,
about it. All right,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Cause
And the quote of the night is gonna be this. It ain't no fun if you and the homies can't see eye to eye, and if you can't see the eye to eye, then take it to the eye.
yeah, take it there. Talk about it. Make it uncomfortable for a bit. Make it uncomfortable for a little
They
bit.
they make it very uncomfortable to the point where they're so discomfortable they have to speak the truth.
Yeah,
All
speak the
right,
truth and talk about it.
all right, guys. Marcus, let me say you're gonna be busy tomorrow, by any chance, or you're
Uh,
gonna be
you know what? I'll text you. I'll let you know. See what we're doing tomorrow because I know we might have some stuff to do in the morning, some errands and stuff. I know it's Sunday.
yeah.
But we'll hit each other up and then we'll see if I'm available. We'll do it. If not, uh,
Okay, I got you.
I'll see you. But if you don't, we'll do a stream tomorrow. We'll do a stream later this week.
Okay, yeah, definitely, man. Because like I said, I think I'll
Yeah.
be off on Thanksgiving. If I'm
Cause,
not
cause
mistaken. Of
now,
course, everybody's off.
cause now I gotta ask you questions about Capcom. Like, what's your favorite Capcom characters? I gotta do a question for for favorite DC characters, favorite DC heroes and
Oh
villains.
God, DC
We gotta do
characters,
some
bro.
questions like that because now you got me in my geek mode. Now you got me in my geek mode because I love my shit. I love my nerd stuff. So
I do too, man. I just don't talk about it as whole much, but because I'm always talking about like reality. But when I'm
yeah.
not working, I always like
Hey man,
I'll
that's
talk
my
about like the geek stuff.
the inner kid in me comes out when I start talking about people that relate to me about that stuff. Because I grew up playing Street Fighter. I grew up playing Mortal Kombat. I grew up watching Marvel and some DC here and there. So
Yeah, I did too, man. Like I said, let me know when you're available on that, and then we'll probably do one tomorrow. We'll do one Monday, but we can do it
all
throughout the
right,
week. It's cool. Like I said, because I'm
yeah,
off Turkey Day, and if Primal decides to do that Thanksgiving stream the day later on, then we'll just join his, because I'm gonna probably
all
go
right.
to his.
Is
Like he
Primal doing a
makes
stream tomorrow or Monday?
No, he's not doing streams. He's doing one after on Thanksgiving. It'll probably be the like
The
after
day of?
hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I probably can't even eat that much that day because I gotta work the day after, and I hate that. So I'll probably eat less. I'm gonna have to. And let's be real. Most of that stuff is gonna mess with our mess with my weight. Me getting better. But that's another conversation for later. So guys, this is Jay Takashi. This is my man Marcus. We're gonna end the night. Peace out. Salutations, and remember, Mercury, Venus, and Pluto are the best girls. You could throw in Jupiter, like he said. All right,
Yeah,
we out.
don't leave out Jupiter. Yeah. All
No, I
right,
won't.
guys. Good.
Hey man, show love for the electric brunettes. Peace.
There you go. Peace. Good night.